Sasuke is such a Kurapika knockoff. Like, it pisses me off so much just to look at him.
He's actually, have you seen Slam Dunk?
Don't tell me he's Rukawa. Do not tell me he's Rukawa. Don't ever tell. And Naruto is not even a fraction of Sakuragi Hanamichi's shadow.
You get slaughtered immediately. Oh, hello and welcome to the Weeb Crew. I don't. This is going to be a really schizo. I'm your host, Psiotic, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host Mumi.
Hey, what's up?
This is an anime podcast.
Yeah, definitely have not spent the last how long have we been recording so far? We haven't spent the last 20, 15
It's only like 20 minutes.
Yeah. We've been discussing how we are not in the Epstein files. Absolutely not. 100%. We're the only ones not in the Epstein files, as it turns out. But guess who is? Our guest today.
What are you doing?
SaintDeleter, please just have a seat over there. Let's just take a seat.
I can't believe it. Dude, I gotta text my mom real quick.
Guess who's on the news?
Dude, the Epstein list and Weeb Crew in the same day, bro. My life can't get any better.
It's like a
My
catch-up.
social stock is through the roof right now.
Mumi, you take the wheel. I'm opening up a bottle of whiskey.
I need a drink.
Daddy needs his cough medicine.
Yeah, so should we just refer to you as SaintDeleter? The whole
You can probably say, I mean, the deleter thing is just it's just a thing, just because, like, you know, like it was just like a username. And I was just like, okay, I'll use that, but like, I guess Saint makes more sense. It's just deleter's just too clunky, you know. There's just too much, too many.
There's no like, it's like terrible SEO.
Well, if I just was only going by Saint, it would be terrible. It would be like actually, I did only have Saint for a while, and nobody could find my videos, and I was like, bruh, something has to change.
Yeah,
yeah. I remember we had a hard time. Like, we'd be like, Saint Supergal, like,
yeah.
I went through a few names. And that's the benefit of having no followers, is that you can change your name as many times as you want. I could probably still go through, like, I still got like 5 or 6 name changes in me before it's irreparable.
Before the authorities catch up with me.
Before it's just like, people are like, bruh, stop it.
Yeah, I think we're pretty much stuck with the Weeb Crew now. I think that's
I mean, we did discuss
ship sail.
We could just steal the Weebcast name.
Steal the Weebcast.
Podtaku. Remember Podtaku?
Podtaku.
I wanted to do that. I wanted to, like, every episode of the podcast, just introduce us as a different, like Tosh.0 would do that. It's like, we'll be right back with it. It'd be like a canceled show from Comedy Central. I just wanted to do that with, like, every podcast.
Cancel Trash Taste.
we would run out of podcasts to, like, name as, like, dead podcasts, I think.
Dude, how many anime podcasts
are there? There are a lot of dead anime podcasts out there.
But the question is, can we find them?
I would just, honestly, they don't even need to be dead.
What was the one Digi Bro was a part of? Or her name was Digi at the time. What was the one she was a part of? There was that, like,
Weebcast, right?
Well, no, there was the Weebcast, but there was the Procrastinators podcast.
Oh, podcast! Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm really oh my god!
Didn't she also have, like, content? Wasn't that a podcast?
That content thing almost looked more like a public access TV show.
Okay, let's not insult public access TV right now.
As opposed to the actual public access, like, anime review show from, like, the late 90s, World of Anime.
That was a good show.
That was a good show. Yeah.
They have uploads on YouTube. Shout out to World of Anime on YouTube.
Go check out World of Anime. I actually don't remember what the name of the channel is. Fuck.
It's the first time hearing about this. Actually, I need to go check that out.
they have a Pokemon parody on that channel that has like no views, and it would have like billions of views at this day if they had just named it like the Pokemon parody, like something that was better SEO. I don't know what it was called.
Because like the whole channel was basically just like, it's like from like 2006, really early YouTube, but all the videos are uploaded basically just as an archive of this much older public access TV show. What was like one of the anime they talked about, like Ron the Green or something?
Oh yeah. No, it was Legend of Ron. That's
Green Legend Ron.
Oh, what? Oh, the anime? Oh my god, I love that one, bro. Hold on.
No. I have to. Let me share my screen real quick. I have to show you this. All right. And this is the funniest. This might be the funniest fucking thing. Hold on.
You talk about Ron the Legend. I was like, isn't that the guy from like Nostalgia Critics website? And I was like, no, that's Bennett the Sage. Ron the Legend and Bennett the Sage.
So there's this fucking. Oh wait, is it not fucking sharing my screen? Hold on, is it gray? God damn it,
gray. Yeah,
fucking Discord. Remember when Discord had like furry developers and worked? Now it's just all shit.
This man looks amazing.
It's about to get a lot better.
To Dan the man and his lady Fiona. Dan?
Thanks, guys. How do you do? Oh, the Dan Snyder. This is my guy.
Not like the World War II era Japanese flag.
A title called Green Legend.
Flag. Oh, it's so good. Yeah, Project 760 Productions. This is like such an interesting channel. Like, what's the fuck? Yeah. Oh, this is the Pokemon video, and it's like Pokemon in real life.
Jason versus Pussy. Yeah, Jason versus Louie.
Terrible.
It's like, you fools. You fucking fools.
From
what are they even playing?
2007.
Are they playing like a Pokemon card game or something?
No, they have like the dolls out. It's basically just like an old skit you would see on like this era of YouTube. That everyone.
What the fuck? This is amazing.
What the hell is going on here?
Yeah, they did this in 1999 apparently. This is when it was originally recorded.
And then they uploaded it to YouTube in 2007 and did not name it properly. So it only has less than 3,000.
WOA.
Yeah, it's like, why? I guess the concept of like the concept of like SEO and like clickbait and stuff was like developing around this time. It just hadn't really hit YouTube by that point.
YouTube wasn't real in 1999, so I don't think anybody cared.
Anime wasn't real in 1999.
Anime wasn't real. Pokemon was barely real.
Anime only started existing in 3 parts on YouTube. Let's be real, all right.
Anime only started existing with Dan and Jujutsu Kaisen, bro. Like,
guys, yes, I was born yesterday. How could you tell? Yes, I was.
When did I start?
Born after the year 2010. How did you know?
Speaking of starting with anime, how did you get into anime?
Oh man, well, when was Dan released? I guess
4.
It's like 2023, 2024.
Okay, so definitely before that. Like I guess I think I was like 4 years old. I was in Morocco with my family. And like over there, they have this channel called Mangas, which shows like anime in French. I don't know French, but like I was too young to care like what language it was. But like, I remember they were showing like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and that was what really clicked with me. Like they had Fist of the North Star, they had Nicky Larson, which is City Hunter. They had a bunch of stuff. They had that tennis one, or it was like the college, or I forget what it was called. But the one that really hit for me was Dragon Ball. Like I just latched onto it. I think like the wires got crossed in my brain, like because I was just like so focused on it. And the only other memory I have from that time was watching the sunset for the first time with my dad. Because like when you're a kid, you don't think like the sun never moves when you look at it. It only moves when you look away from it for an extended period of time. So I thought that the sun wasn't allowed to move when I looked at it. And so I just remember like seeing the sun go into the Atlantic Ocean for the first time, and it was actually moving. And I was like, dude, what the fuck? What is this? I've been getting scammed my whole life. And I was like,
formative memory. I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life.
I'm going to remember this for the rest of my life. And yeah, dude, like that was like the first time, like that's like the earliest memory I think I have is just watching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z and like watching that sunset. And so I think like, it just, you know, to me, like that just, you know, all like my survival instincts got crossed. And instead of getting good at useful subjects, I just got good at anime.
It's all been downhill.
So when society collapses, it'll be useful. Trust me. All right. I have it on authority.
Listen, I might be fucking shit at survival, but like when you're gathered on the campfire and need some entertainment, I'm gonna go fucking crazy.
Listen, I might not know how to fucking change
act out like the full Goku versus Frieza fight, and it's just me, and you'll believe it too. Like you'll believe it. Like I'm that good, dude. Like,
Post-apocalyptic, when you're just like trying to describe Dragon Ball Z as if it like really happened.
It just becomes a religious like text basically.
It's like the Book of Eli, but it's Dragon Ball manga.
Dude, I'm gonna convince them that Goku is real, and he was my uncle. That I don't want. My dad's still gonna be real. He's gonna be like Goku's. He's gonna be like Raditz, except Goku doesn't kill him. I need to rewrite a lot of things for the children of this post-apocalypse world to like, you know, really get on board with my new Dragon Ball religion. Mm-hmm. You know.
Toriyama is gonna feel about Goku being the new Goku.
Well, that's the thing. It's like gonna be like 1,000 years later. There'll be like a massive global religion about this stuff, and then they're gonna uncover like some original Dragon Ball manga and be like, "Wait a minute, everything I know is a lie."
Kind of like how Paul did the original Bible. If we want to get really meta with it, but
I was thinking Fire Punch, but you know,
I don't.
It's like yeah, like Paul with Jesus. It's like, did you even know Toriyama? It's like, no, I never met the guy.
I saw the risen Toriyama on the road to Damascus. What do you want? Like I said it a million times. Like, come on.
I'm just imagining like them coming across. Was it Goku Takuria with like the painted Goku on the wall? Be like, he's real.
And he was Mexican. He never told us.
Oh yeah, like Mexico City just becomes the Holy Land.
They just totally forget about Japan, like we can't reach it, but this is like the Kaaba.
He made tacos. Small village.
It gets added to the canon, dude. That becomes like the Talmud of this religion. Well, you have the central Torah, and then you have the Talmud after it, and it's like Taco Goku.
It's all the YouTube video essay analyses. It's like all of Totally Not Mark's videos, just about.
Oh my god, dude! Totally Not Mark's videos are like the Mishnah. Oh man. Bro, like I got into anime pretty young, but I didn't know it was anime when I was a kid, and I only learned what anime was when it was like 2013. I was in middle school, and I watched Angel Beats, and it like broke me, and it like destroyed my childhood brain. I was like, I didn't know what the fuck was happening. I was like, no, that's not how stories end. No, I got this. And then I started writing a bunch of fan fiction because I couldn't handle how it ended emotionally, and I was like crying too much. I was like, no, I got this. You don't know how to end a story, man.
Suddenly disappear.
Because it wasn't like characters dying anymore. They were just disappearing. I was like, what the fuck?
No, it's very dramatic in Angel Beats, where it's just like it just cuts away and then they're not there anymore. I'm like, oh,
you can't just make like 80 people disappear and like blink of an eye. What the fuck?
No, they're supposed to die and go to heaven together, man. What the fuck is this?
What the fuck is going?
Terrible.
I can see that breaking somebody where they just start writing fan fiction.
Dude, because I was writing Dragon Ball fan fiction in like my elementary school notebook, so I was no stranger. I was already a pro. But like this time I had a vendetta. I was like, dude, I need to fix this, man. This guy fucked my characters up. He's fucked up my friends. They're gone now. I need to bring them back.
I knew someone that got broken the same way, but it was over Digimon. And
okay, I haven't watched, like I started watching Digimon like last year, bro. Like
he watched Digimon when it aired, and 10 years later, he was still hung up on the fact that the main character, Tai, did not end up with Sora from Digimon.
Oh, it was like a romantic fairy thing.
Yeah, it was like the original was it Narusaku ship or whatever, but it was Tai and Sora.
Always dog shit though. Like I feel like no one ever shipped them.
There was a whole tangent. I remember this. All right, I was heavily involved in 2015 when Naruto ended with what they call the Hall of Anal Devastation.
Oh my goodness! What the hell? I missed out on this whole thing.
Oh wait, they have one for Bleach. Like you got your Bleach profile picture in the call, so they have one for Bleach too.
Like the Bleach. Don't get me started on Bleach because like that one fucking pissed me off. Okay, like from the beginning. Like let me not get into that one.
That's something we don't want to touch. Okay, here's the fan lore.
All of Anal Devastation. Sounds like a good time for me. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you got Narusaku, and then you got the Ichirukia.
I like that it's .org, as if this is like a non-profit organization.
Canon Naruto and Sakura. Okay, I'm not reading this, but like that's where does the Anal Devastation come in? I'm kind of disappointed.
Oh, that's just so it's just like
people
her
getting mad.
Yeah, that's where
That's
comes from.
I thought it was. I got my hopes up. Huh?
Yeah, so
I was expecting some kind of safe word to be involved. You know,
it's all just images like this. There's like 600 images in this Imgur album that when this disappears, that's going to be depressing.
And not a single anus was actually devastated. Like
no. This is not like you're not gonna get like suddenly like jump scared by goats here or anything.
Yeah, no, don't jump scare me with goats here.
But I mean, you got people that are like burning manga. And...
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I got you.
How could I did see something where like what was it earlier like about Naruto where. What was it? Kishimoto reveals in an exclusive podcast that Sasuke's redemption arc was forced by the editors. He originally planned was planning his death in the Chunin exams.
I think that's bullshit because all of Naruto is just ripped off from Hunter x Hunter anyways, so I don't think that's true. Like I'm calling Kishimoto's bullshit on that.
Yeah, that sounds like bullshit.
I don't know. To me, it just kind of sounds like because like wasn't Sasuke was like the editor's invention anyway, right?
Yeah,
he's very. I mean, he might have been. I don't know that much about the developmental history of Naruto. I think he was a wizard at first. But like Sasuke is such a Kurapika knockoff. Like it pisses me off so much just to look at him.
He's actually. Have you seen Slam Dunk?
Don't tell me he's Rukawa. Do not tell me he's Rukawa. Don't ever tell. And Naruto is not even a fraction of Sakuragi Hanamichi's shadow. Let's just put that like in a fight between the two of them. You give me Sage Mode and Nine-Tailed Naruto.
Between the two. It's like
Sakuragi Hanamichi in the
Japanese
finals.
Basketball players that are like 5'11" tall. How tall is Sakuragi actually? Do we know his height?
He's tall. He's like 6'3".
Oh no, he's
bro.
like 190 centimeters. Okay.
Yeah, bro. He's like 6'3". He's tall and he can dunk. At 6'3", dunking is actually pretty impressive for 6'3".
Yeah,
like, and in high school
I guess 6'3" for basketball is kind of like on the shorter end still.
Yeah, dude. And like he was dunking like crazy, and like bro, it was crazy, bro. Like I don't think Naruto could put up that many rebounds in a game. Like I'm straight. I don't think he has that dog in him. I think he's getting out rebounded by like. Even DeAndre Ayton is out rebounding that guy. It's over, man. Like
that's been our
Naruto's
thing. Every time we watch like a sports anime now, we're just like, what do we put Sakuragi in this? Like we're just an attack number one, or just a volleyball show, just to have you like Sakuragi just coming in and dunking the volleyball.
Dude, one thing I've always wanted to examine, like, because I like to. I have this neurotic like thing where I just like to get into the beginning of something and like I work my way from like the first thing that ever happened. So I was wondering if Slam Dunk really did originate a lot of the tropes we see in modern sports, or if it was just another one that was adopting those tropes. Because, you know, the overexcited main character who's actually talentless, but like he has that dog in him.
Yeah,
you know, we see that the female coach manager like type of character. There's like a lot of, you know, the aloof sort of rival. Like, I'm wondering how much did Slam Dunk innovate and how much did it take from previous sports anime? But I never decided to. I've never gotten into that. You know, I never dove into those earlier.
I'm not familiar enough with like just manga in general to really pick that up. But it was just like watching Slam Dunk and being like, wait a minute. I've seen this dynamic before.
Yeah, dude.
This is Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, kinda.
Dude, it really is. I mean, I don't know which character is actually Sakura that is, but like, you know, definitely Naruto and Sasuke have that sort of Sakuragi and Rukawa feeling. Except like the two of them combined probably couldn't put up 20 points in a game. Like, I'm just gonna but like, we don't need to get into that debate right now.
And then,
LeBron is important, but like, let's not talk about that.
And then the coach is now just Sakamoto. Have you seen that?
Which one? Oh yeah, wait, the Assassin Sakamoto days Sakamoto he looks a lot like that.
It's like what the fuck?
That guy.
Is this intentional? Is this a bit?
Dude, you said that, and I was thinking Sakamoto doesn't make that.
Oh, yeah, I am Sakamoto.
But then I was like, wait a second, there's another Sakamoto.
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one.
Kids don't know. Kids don't remember Sakamoto Days. Sakamoto Days completely replaced there in everyone's imagination.
Yeah, dude, I don't even think they're like remotely related. I think it's just the same name. Damn, dude, yeah, bro. I'm really not tapped in with a lot of newer stuff. Like I said, Dandadan, like I don't even like that. I read like 100 chapters of it. I was like, you know what? I'm good, man. Like I'm really not tapped in with the new stuff at all, unfortunately.
You didn't like all the gals and Gyaru that did Dandadan?
Dude, Dandadan pissed me off just because like the one thing I noticed, and it was something that bothered me about Bad Boys as well, that I like the Delinquent manga. It pissed me off because it like has that issue where the guys all have such a wide variety of character design, but the girls are all drawn from like the same template. And once I noticed it, I was like, brother, like the guys are so expressive visually and like their faces get so many but like the girls, like the most intense emotion they can express is like they look like they're mildly, you know, upset with something. I'm just like why does even the alien girl look like a cute girl drawn? I'm just like that shit just irritates me sometimes. Like not to sound too woke, like it's not me being woke. I swear, I'm like not woke at all. But, like,
we are firmly asleep for this podcast. Okay. I'm drinking myself into a coma as we speak. I'm mixing alcohol.
Politically speaking, I am totally unaware. I'm like an ignoramus. Like don't. But yeah, that was like that. Like I got like to the arc. Like it took me a while to drop Dandadan. Like I got to the arc where they get stuck in like that video game, and I was like, you know what, I'm done, bro. Like, there's only so much I can take.
What are you talking about?
Sword Art Online? I'm fucking out of here.
It's just like the Greed Island arc from Hunter x Hunter.
You see, Greed Island. Now we're talking that good stuff.
I remember watching Hunter x Hunter and everyone like going into it, everyone was like, yeah, the Greed Island arc kind of sucks. And I get to it, I'm like, this is fun as what the fuck are you talking about?
Maybe they were watching the 1999 version because at that point it becomes the OVA.
The OVA, and it kind of looks like
shit. Like, the Greed Island OVA is really, really shit. It looks like garbage. But in the 2011 anime, it looks fine. And like it's a really fun arc, dude. Like I love that shit.
I don't know why people. I guess because it's coming off the York new arcs, people were probably wanting like that like angsty intensity of like Karafika is just gonna keep killing everyone. And then
Takaki's the GOAT. Is like every arc is some different shit, man.
Yeah.
Like you never know what you're gonna get. Like I never thought, like from watching the first, because like I'm gonna be honest, like when I first got into Hunter x Hunter, I thought it was like very very slow start. But then like I never thought we would get the New York New arc. I never thought we would get the Kimura Ant arc, and now we have like this, he's setting up the fucking Dark Continent with a whole separate arc about like a hereditary royal succession. I'm just like, brother, we're like so many layers deep right now of like epic aura moments, and I'm just creaming, dude. I'm all cream.
It's unfortunate too. The manga is like slowed down to that point because like everything up through the election arc basically also has like a very like clear through line. Is like as weird as like the art, like going from York New to Greed Island should not make sense, but he's able to like tie it in really well. Where it's like the whole like Gon looking for his father is a really good just way to like string these different completely different arcs together.
But it's like, it's crazy. Like the story doesn't fall off after he finds him. It just like Gon stops being a factor and it's still good. Like, I'm like, bro, he's him, bro. He's him. I can't believe it.
It actually is kind of fucking cracked. That is crazy. Like he literally made the template for two of the big three.
That's insane. Dude, he's him, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's no two ways about it. Like of all the shonen mangaka, like that I can praise, like Togashi is the guy who just writes the best. Like a lot of them get caught up in tropes. I can't get into Togashi's mind, but one thing I feel like when I read and watch the stuff that he makes is I don't really get tropes from what he's doing. I just feel like he's just doing his own thing. And if he is using tropes, like if he is like trying to develop on other tropes of stuff that he has read or watched before, I'm not picking up on it. When I read most shonen manga, like even if I enjoy it, I'm just sitting here, I'm like, okay, yeah, they did the tournament arc good. They did the love interest okay. I mean, she's not like, I mean, to me, like she's not like a paper character. She's like, she has words to say. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And it's like very underwhelming. Like, like I can be very hostile to shonen manga, but like Togashi is like, damn, like that guy's good, man.
I guess like one of the tropes I could think of with like Gon is like he is kind of like a Conan from
like
Fictional Conan, where like they're kind of like wild childs, and like I guess both shows start with them catching a big fish and stuff. So there's kind of like that similarity.
Yeah, he's sort of drawing from inspiration, but like the things he does with Gon is like different from I feel like he takes Gon, like I've always compared Gon to Goku in their like sort of country bumpkinness.
Yeah,
but like how there's that scene. Like obviously everybody knows the scene of Goku, transforming to Super Saiyan for the first time, and it really feels like he's a different person. Like he's telling Gohan, like, get out of here, I'll fucking kill you. I'm just like, dude. Like if your first time seeing that, you're like, dude, this is Goku. Why is he saying this? Like, I'm scared. And it's like the whole idea of Super Saiyan as being like a different person, like an alternate personality. It's something that Toriyama never really tapped into. It was like really missed potential, in my opinion. And then like Gon gets that in the Kimura Ant arc, where we see the side of Gon where like, where just that naivete that is not tempered by maturity, like takes a whole like new, like it is really manifested, and with like this very beautiful and haunting scene in both the manga and the anime. And I'm like, bro, this is like he's taking those ideas, whether consciously or like maybe he's not actually even trying to tap into that at all, but like that's what I compare it to, and I'm like, man, this is amazing.
Hopefully we get more Hunter x Hunter like an anime form someday. I can't wait. We're just gonna get a wholly new adaptation again. It's gonna readapt it all from the start.
Starting from episode 1. We gotta introduce Kite, man. We forgot to put Kite in the front. Sorry, my bad. I didn't think he was gonna come back. We gotta put him back in there.
Put him back.
Watched the prequel to Hunter x Hunter, A Kite, and it was just about, I guess, Kite's mom getting fucked or something. That was a bit strange. I don't know. I
think that was
the only prequel I can think of is like the Kurapika backstory one, which I didn't think we were gonna get, but like it happens in the manga. That's the only backstory I can think of.
Well, this one got like adapted into like a live action with Samuel L. Jackson.
What? Okay, no, you're talking about some other. I don't know what the fuck you're talking.
I think he's talking about Kite, the thing that's completely unrelated.
Maybe dude, you're talking about the one where the Oh yeah, dude. Because like in the past of Hunter x Hunter, it was just like future of Tokyo, and like I understand. Yeah, and then there was a bunch of really graphic sex that was
I guess that was like Kite's mom. I don't know. I think that's what it's called.
It makes no sense.
Dude, I'm like fucking 10 layers behind on your jokes, man. You gotta dude, type something in chat to like get me up to speed so I can like.
All right, here's the Wikipedia drop. It's interesting that you honed in on the transformation of like Gon or whatever, because I did watch that Broly video you did, and you're talking about him like the visual imagery of like his body being destroyed when he's transforming. It's just like, oh, this is a thing. This is a thing you're into.
Dude, no, it is, dude. That imagery has stuck with me since I was a kid. I mean, it is very like I don't know, like it is very like graphic imagery for Dragon Ball, especially like Dragon Ball has always been violent, but it's been very nonchalant about its violence. One thing that I dislike when people talk about the movies is like people just talk about whether they're canon or not, or whether they fit into, or I'm just like, bro, just be happy that we're finally seeing Dragon Ball with background art. Like, come on,
background art, decent animation. Consistently. And like that scene, and like the scene where Paragus is like struggling with Broly on his bed, I was like, dude, since I was a kid, I was like, dude, that's got to mean something, right? Like they wouldn't choose to frame it like that unless it was like for a reason. And like I've always been drawn to that movie, and like it's like it was very rewarding to just like think about it deeply. And I always love when something that I enjoyed when I was a kid ends up actually being, rich with meaning. At least to me, when I'm analyzing it myself. I mean, other people might not agree with conclusions, but it's always fun. I mean, that's the thing that I lament about Super is like I just don't feel that depth that I can like really say anything about it. And there's a lot of things like you can say it's nostalgia, but there's tons of like stuff that's for kids that has come out in recent years that's like totally like very ripe for analysis, and that like really like can hook you emotionally. But I just find that Super just doesn't have that that edge. It just is totally. It just the whole thing feels like a video game commercial. I just can't really get into it at all. Oh, it's one of those things where it's like part of the analysis thing is dependent on how you're resonating with the work. So it's hard to like, I don't know, maybe it's one of those things where maybe you're not resonating with it the same way as like you did Dragon Ball Z, and so there's stuff you can't pick up, but it's hard to like put yourself outside of that perspective to then try and verify.
I guess so. I mean, when I look back on like, like there's stuff that like I watched as a kid that I have nostalgia for that I think is like not that good. Like Dragon Ball GT, I have nostalgia for it. I look back on it like it was pretty shit. But the thing I respect about GT is that it was constantly swinging for the fences, and it missed almost every single time. But that's something I respect about a work of art is when it's really like it's like shooting for the stars. Like, yeah, bastardize all of my characters, butcher everything I love, but like do it with love, man. Like, you're really trying to make something out of this. Like, yeah, okay, Piccolo's the king of hell, whatever the fuck. I don't fucking care anymore. Like, yeah, go ahead. But like Super doesn't like have the balls to do some shit like that. Super, it just feels like it's held back by something. I mean, I don't want to say it's too corporate. Like it's all corporate. Like these are all corporate decisions. But yeah, I mean, like I'm struggling to think of an example of like.
Listen, we all know that they only came back with more Dragon Ball because they were upset that Goku lost to Superman in Death Battle. We get it. The need to do transformation.
Bring us some new hair colors to like really rectify that error.
Look, we got a whole rainbow to go through. We got at least like 5 more transformations we can do.
Dragon Ball Evolution and its consequences, man. Like fucking, it's crazy that like 2 of the actors from Shameless are in that movie, man. I can't believe that shit.
That's such a funny movie because it's basically for one of the funniest things to me about it is Dragon Ball is one word. in the title, Dragon Ball is just one word. And then I'm watching it, and I'm just like, oh, this is just like a shitty version of Spider-Man, basically.
Yep.
Like the high school bully and stuff. And then I like look it up, and it's like, oh, okay, the guy who wrote the script had literally no idea like of anything about Dragon Ball beyond just some like,
what the fuck is Goku doing in high school, man? Let's not talk about Dragon Ball Evolution. Oh my god! We're falling into the trap. We're falling into the black hole.
Okay, well, let me ask you this: what's worse, Dragon Ball Evolution or the live-action Death Note movie?
Obviously, Evolution, dude. The live-action Death Note movie is peak, dude. It doesn't get better than the live-action Death Note movie. I'll put that on, you'll have a great time. You're gonna laugh your ass off. You're gonna have some fun with your friends, man.
The live-action Death Note movie does at least feel like the people who made it understood Death Note, and then it almost feels like intentional sabotage, because they're doing everything opposite. Basically, they're doing everything in the complete opposite way, and I feel like you can only do that if you are familiar with the source material.
The thing I love about it is that they make Light like extra pathetic. Like,
yeah,
like the guy bullies him, and he's like, "Well, actually, I'm a minor, and you can't do that to me."
Yeah, it's like this, like but in like the manga and anime, he's like basically like a Giga Chad, like Sigma.
Like, everybody wants to fuck him. Like he's like super athletic and smart, and everybody loves him. And it's like
basically meant to be like a Patrick Bateman, American Psycho kind of guy, and then the Netflix one.
Yeah,
fuck you, Dad. You can't tell me what to do. If your mom died.
I feel like Light, like instead of making him accurate, what they turned him into was like the Light fans, like people who ended up like empathizing with Light. They just put his
light cells.
They basically,
it's like kind of an intelligent decision, even if the movie like is still total dog shit, you know?
Yeah, it's almost kind of like Eren in Attack on Titan by the end. He's like, I don't want Mikasa to be fucking any other guys.
This is crazy. Like after like a whole like so much murder and death and genocide that we saw like over the course of like 100 chapters, and at the end this guy's crying over like he doesn't want Misaka to fuck anybody. I'm like, brother, like it's over for this, man.
That's
like,
such a good rug pull on people. I feel like
we left Misaka fucking other guys back in like chapter 50. Like, come on, brother, we got to move on.
It's just
hey, me, I already hit that. hey, it's too late, brother.
So when OP2 dropped, we saw Mikasa's abs. It was all over.
Oh man, dude.
Everybody got mad at that ending, then moved on to Frieren, and now Frieren is the new Frieren has replaced Eren as the new racist anime icon.
Dude, I still have
the pre-medits of it, freaking Frieren.
I tried watching the first episode, and I was just like so out of it. I'm like dude, you gotta understand, like I'm an alien. I'm coming out of a time capsule to you guys, like. And the time capsule stops firmly in like 2014. So I don't know what anime is like anymore. So I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at like I'm looking at Konosuba and Slime, and I'm like, is it, and like Goblin Slayer or whatever. I'm like, is this everything? Anime is just this now? Like, and obviously they're all different layers of quality and like their aims of what they're trying to do. But I'm just like, brother, like, is it all JRPGs? Is every anime JRPGs now?
Yeah. It's always been wizardry.
Always has been.
It always has. It's always been Record of the Lodos War.
Gotta go back in time and stop Robert Woodhead from making wizardry.
We gotta go back in time and stop Michael Moorcock from making Elric of Melnibone, bro. That's no. We gotta go back further. We gotta stop Robert E. Howard from making. Like that's. I think that's like a good point in time, and then we can kill Hitler while we're at it, you know.
Hitler, just as a treat, you know, as a little bonus side quest.
This is as like an I'm sorry gesture to the Jews for all my actions a few years back. Just like as a gesture of goodwill to like let them know, you know, I'm not the same man.
So you're like database ends in 2014. What would you say is like? Do you have like a top 10 anime or like what you're kind of...
Everybody has a top 10 anime. I mean, I've been thinking about that because like I feel like the idea of like favorite works of art like obviously it's natural to have them, but like I feel like the way we talk about it, like favorite art and the way it like what it signifies about our identities it's kind of strange, especially like with regards to like modern day internet. Like with Letterboxd, you have like your top 4, and then there's backlogged your top 5. Mal has your top 10. Like for a while, people were doing 3x3s where they were just trying to impress everybody. Where it was like, how many times can you put Legend of the Galactic Heroes on one box? It's like, come on, man. Like
Mumi's just like polishing a gun, being like, choose your words carefully, boy.
I love Legend of the Galactic Heroes, but it's like, I feel like, bro, people were trying to find like every different way to like put Ashita no Joe and Legend of the Galactic Heroes and Cowboy Bebop on the same thing, and I'm just like, guys, like I love those to death, but it's like, but at the same time, like I'm sort of falling for it too, because we're all trying to say something different about ourselves based on like, you know, what our favorites are. Like I have like 30, 40 anime that I think are all like I love all equally. But like if I had to choose like what is the top 10 to represent me, you know, that's like obviously like I would have to pick the ones that I guess I have the most to say about. But like I don't know, you know, I guess I mean Dragon Ball, Angel Beats, Outrun High School Host Club, Baka and Test, like those are, you know, like those are like non-negotiables for me. Like those are up there, you know.
Well, it's interesting because like I'm pretty sure I might be part of the inspiration for the most boring taste anime, like in some capacity, because like that whole thing where people were like talking about what you're talking about, like I was active in like those 3x3 threads around that time period, so.
What time period were you active on 4chan, brother? Like we need to verify this with the emails, brother. We gotta see.
We were thinking, like, is there a non-zero chance we argue with Jeffrey Epstein on A at some point? We see A in those emails.
Like, good taste. Like after all that shit, like he doesn't have a single pedophile anime on his list. Like it's clean.
I watched this
no Rurouni Kenshin, no
like, fucking trash,
no Toriko,
or manga, like. I don't know, he seems like he didn't go on the A. He just kind of went to all the fucking Gooner boards.
He was on the Yuri board.
Yeah, we never would have interacted. It's okay.
You sound disappointed.
Yeah, it is like
a little bit. I mean, I would have taken the chance to shit on Jeffrey Epstein. I got the chance to shit on Holden reviews while I was on there.
Oh my god, Holden, dude, I'm gonna faint from like the memories that are Holden reviews. Oh my god, Glass Reflections.
No, it was. There's a funny crossover interaction with Holden reviews in the Weeb Crew. He posted on A. It was. I think he's posted anonymous, or he might have like put on like a temporary.
Yeah, I think like isn't it all anonymous there, anyways?
For the most part, I mean, you can put on like a name, but like I don't remember if he just like came out and said he was Holden, or if he like changed his name to Holden or something, and everyone's like, you know, didn't believe him or whatever. He's like, well, tell me what to post on my Twitter and I'll do it. And I was like, put Attack on Titan is okay at best on your Twitter, and he did it.
Oh damn.
So it's like, there you go. There's your Weeb Crew Holden reviews crossover.
You got to actually talk to him. That's crazy, bro. Oh my god.
On an anonymous image board, he totally would remember me.
Dude, he's probably watching this episode right now. He's like, man, my 3 favorite.
That was you. He's like fucking pissed.
Yeah, 3x3s like this.
Like that.
Classic.
I think that was an image before.
Before, like,
I mean, that would have been around
video?
the time. Yeah, that was. I mean, that's been a thing for a minute.
Yeah.
But like I feel like her, like, I'm not saying like my singular one was inspiration, but like the frustration was that so many 3x3s had these shows. Like I would have been one of those 3x3s that had those shows. Like it was inevitable that I was probably part of the problem for her. But it does like bring to mind an interesting like I would say like wrong sort of dynamic we have with taste, where it's like I don't know, when I think about shows, when I'm like ranking my favorites, I don't, because you talked about it in your video when you were talking about how you put Kyokara
Kyokara
Orewa. I was like, yeah, when you were talking about, you put that your top 10 over Trigun, and like the reasoning of like, oh, this is how I want to like present myself out and like project my favorites. This kind of more accurately represent. I've heard people say that, which is interesting because I've always wanted to like have a conversation about that, but like this has just never really come up. But like I have heard people say that where it's like, oh, this selection of shows better represents my taste.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I think K-Cow is like that much better than Trigun. Like, right. I love them both, but like I guess like, you know, it's a kind of a weird action, you know, to take something out of your favorites and replace it with something else. It is kind of like a weird like process. It's like I'm like, what does this even mean? Like, what am I even doing? Like, what is this? Like, you know, it's kind of like it's a strange thing to do.
You're fundamentally changing out a node of identity.
It's like I don't know, it's like a social media profile. Like, does anybody even care? Like, you know, and like at the time I was like 16 or 15 or 16 when I first watched K-Cow, and I was like, you know, I was like I really related to them. I wasn't like a super delinquent kid at all, but like, you know, I did relate so much to Mitsuhashi. I love Mitsuhashi so much to this day. And I was like, dude, like I wanted, like, on one hand, I wanted to stand out with having like something in my top 10 that not a lot of other people had. But like, I immediately, as soon as I did that, I was like, what am I fucking, like, why does it matter? Like, what is this? What, like, who cares? Like, does anybody care? Like,
Star Wars episode 3, you're like, what have I done?
Yeah, like, bro, like, does anybody give a shit if like fucking SaintDeleter Jalisco Jackson fucking changes Trigun to Kyokara Orewa on his fucking Mal profile? But like, nobody cares. Like, zero people. I'm sitting down like, why do I even have all this shit? Like at the end, and like, I'm already doubting like the idea of like what even is a favorite? Because like, you know, like right now, if you ask me, do I want to watch either Trigun or K-Cow? Like, I don't want to watch either one right now. I want to read Don Quixote, bro. Like, I want to read some James Joyce or some shit. Like, you know, I don't really want to just like, but like,
I fucking hate those shows now. What do you mean?
But if you ask me in the summer, I'll be like, whoa, I want to watch K-Cow. You know, you ask me in the spring, I'll be like, okay, I feel like Trigun right now. You know, I'm like, what does it even mean to like have a favorite? Like, you know, like I don't know, man. I just like I've been feeling very postmodernist lately. I don't know if you guys can tell. I've been deconstructing, like, you know, like Mr. Potato Head. Like I kind of don't even, you know. Like,
well, it is interesting because I agree, but like I feel like I disagree in some places. But I feel like where I might disagree could be like partially a semantics thing. Because like I've always kind of viewed favorites as like you select them based on your preferences and your biases or whatever, but they are also in turn then setting your preferences and biases. So it's kind of like what you're saying, where it's like almost a performativity thing where, you know, you are putting out in the world like Trigun is my favorite or whatever, but there's the kind of unintended, like maybe subconscious side effect where it's like Trigun then being in your favorites is then also sort of setting a standard or like forming your taste in a way where then like Trigun will then stay in your favorites and you will look for things that are more similar to Trigun. I've thought about this specifically with like, because Ava and Fooly Cooley have both been two favorites of mine since I was like 12. And like, I've had people ask like, why do you have those at like a 10 out of 10 over whatever? And really when I think about it, it's like those two shows are really a large part of what has formed my taste in anime. In the sense like, yeah, I watched Fooly Cooley and Ava and they both resonated with me at the time. And like really like were in my favorites or whatever. But like also then trying to understand those shows then kind of informed my taste and preferences for other shows later, where then like something like Madoka Magica then resonated with me because it was very similar to Ava in a lot of the kind of same ways that Ava was Ava. And it does this weird thing, right, where it's like your taste is being formed by itself and the selections of shows. Like it's not really like this concrete thing of just like, oh, I put Frieren as my favorite show, guys. It's the best anime. Like it doesn't really work that way.
I feel like the thing that happens when you signal that something is in your favorites on some kind of social media profile, it's less that you're saying, Trigun is my favorite anime, and more so that you're saying I am the kind of person for whom Trigun is a favorite anime. And it's like you're trying to, it's not so much like it's kind of like a badge, it's kind of like a pin that you'll put on a bag. Like it's not I don't know why I think about it so much, because there couldn't be anything less deep, but like I can't help but like think sometimes like as much as I love these databases for logging the art that I experience, so that just to make sure that I don't forget any, I can't help but feel like there is a sort of alienating antisocial element to it, where like I feel like maybe the social element of these websites is not fully maximized on, because I would like, for me, discussing anime is just as much a part of the anime experience as watching it. The illegal anime website that I used to watch was AnimeUltima.tv, which had a Chitango room in the right side that was constantly going, and I loved just talking to the weird pedophiles in there. Just like fucking, when I was 12 years old, I would just fucking talk to everybody in there and role play.
Are those in the emails? Is that website in the emails? Do we know?
Hey, listen, if y'all find my username in there, don't say anything.
We're gonna find Epstein on AO3.
But like, bro, it's like for me, like I feel like ever since those Chitango chat rooms got like removed, like from all those illegal streaming sites, like, and it got replaced with like discus comments or some shit, I'm like, bro, this fucking sucks. And like Mao has been so hostile for so long. I've been using it since 2013, and it is such a hostile platform to like any type of human engagement. Like trying to comment on someone's review is already like a nightmare, and then trying to reply to someone's comment and it's going like reverse order, and like you don't get notified when they post, and like you see that someone's replied, and it's just like somebody like trying to send you death threats because you didn't like one outs or some shit. And like that part I'm fine with. I'm fine with receiving death threats for not liking anime. I love that. But like it's just the way it's just so. And then like Letterboxd, it's like, bro, it's like, it's not even designed for discussing movies. It's designed for like, the most screenshotable review award, I guess. Like I was like, bro, come the fuck on, man. Like
it's interesting because you were talking about your favorites as like almost its own language. Cause like I have given up on the idea of like a 3x3 or a top 10 or a top 5 saying really anything meaningful. Cause like, I don't think that necessarily is supposed to.
It's not. It's
like,
just.
It's like you're putting up with like Mal or something. Like your scores are not supposed, like they're supposed to give you the a starting point for a conversation, right? Where it's like you rated Frieren a 6, you rated fucking Chainsaw Man an 8 or whatever the fuck, right? Like that's not supposed to be the end all be all, but like I think a lot of people viewed like 3x3s or like favorites list as like this definitive thing. And so like you do have that kind of like language that you're talking where it's like I need to present myself in a certain way because I need to try and encapsulate more of these nuances of who I am in this selection of shows. And it's like you're essentially trying to like hold this conversation when like all you can do is use the fucking leap pad text to speech kind of thing. You're trying to have like this advanced conversation, but it's like you're just selecting 9 shows.
Yeah, I guess I'm still like living in, like middle school where like I had all my Chitango friends on Mal and all like the Facebook groups that I was in for anime, and I was like just talking to people and like you know, watching anime and just being into really any hobby as an adult, it just doesn't, it feels more alienating than it did, just because like, I mean, I guess part of it is just like, you know, you don't have as much time to get into all the stuff that you want to get into, but also like the internet's so much more hostile to human interaction. You know, making videos is like a thing that I did almost like as like a necessity, because I just wanted to talk to people. Like I just loved like getting comments and like even angry comments and just like talking to them, because like this is like the way I substitute the fact that like Mal is like yeah, there's forums and reviews and shit, but like I hate the way the forums and reviews work on Mal. It's just so bad, and like I hate it on Letterboxd too. I hate it on Backlogged. I hate it on everything. But like at least if I make a video and like, you know, people can respond and like they'll talk and like I feel like when I'm making videos, I'm really reliving that feeling of being a part of an active community that is discussing this passion. You know, dude, like for my Broly video, like there's these guys, they made like a 2.5 hour response video or some shit, like to this 20-minute video, and they took apart everything. They took apart my haircut, bro. Like my haircut was not safe at the but they hated it. But like, and then I responded with like an essay long like comment. But it was so fun, like, and I'm like reliving it, and like people getting mad at me for the fear and hunger takes, which like, okay, not my best video, but I still stand by like almost everything I said in that video. So like, I still think I'm correct. I just failed to cover some things because I didn't 100% the game before making the video. But like, it is what it is. But like, I mean, I got a lot of angry comments on that one, and I love that, man. Like, and you know, like the comments on like you know, like the Super Gals one where people tell me like they're watching it on Comcast, like whatever, when they were a kid or whatever. I'm just like, bro, that's like so. And I just love like seeing like that. Like that's like the thing that like is the whole point of making the videos for me. It's like it's almost like to fill that void that was left when the Chitango chat rooms left the anime websites, and like now all conversation is on Twitter or Reddit. I'm just like, brother, I don't want to go on those. Man.
Hold on. You're talking about MyAnimeList being hostile to human interaction. Perhaps you should consider today's sponsor, AniList. Because AniList has a really funny feature where they have the global feed of like you could like basically kind of post tweets. And
really,
yeah, here, let me show you. So it's like it's like
anime website that's like Twitter is like my worst nightmare.
Yeah.
But
so you just have like people like, oh, look at all these like manga I got, or like if Pogs were still a thing, I wonder just how many anime would be licensed for it. Just like I saw one that was really fun, where it's like people just posting like literally anything. Good night, everyone. Tonight I'm sleeping early. I dipped a McDonald's burger in a McFlurry at once and ate it. So like people basically treating it's like it's a Catholic confessional.
This is what Twitter used to be like before people started trying to go viral, bro.
Oh yeah.
So there's not really a great way to like this is just like a feed, so you kind of just get stuck with whatever you happen to catch on the front page, essentially.
Yeah. So here, I just refreshed. In the winter, I yearn for my melanin just like a man at war would yearn for his wife. What the fuck?
Oh, man, Saber. Dude, are we still on Saber? Are we still... It's the big 2026, and we're still talking about Saber.
There are a lot of Sabers.
I mean,
come on,
every character is
right
Saber.
Now, although I guess Saber isn't in Artoria.
Kevin Garnett on the Nets. Like, get her out of here, brother. We got new ones, brother. We got new ones coming in.
I feel like the Fate Stay Night specifically is just never gonna go away, because I mean it's had a resurgence recently, just because like I think the VN was like finally translated like properly and like released officially like a couple of years ago. I think at least it was put on Steam or something. I don't know. We just all are always gonna stand by Fate, and it's just a permanent facet of our reality now. Am I annoying?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, like, that's one thing that I'm never getting into. Like, I loved Fate Zero when I was a kid, and I was watching it as it came out. I loved Phase Zero so much. But like looking back on it, I'm like, dude, this is too much, bro. This is too much. Like I'm the guy who loves neurotic lore dives, but Fate is a step too far for me, man. Like I'm not built for that. I know my limit.
Fate is like a fun kind of autism, because like it's like a higher. How to put it? It kind of feels like it's a high, like trying to be a higher brow, like Dragon Ball Z kind of power scaling discussion thing, where it's like, who would win between Hercules and Gilgamesh, and then it's like gives you some framework to work within, because like, oh well, they could be summoned as this class or this class, and then they can have different noble phantasms based on their lore and ability and stuff.
Man,
what is the condition?
I tried to get into Tsukihime by the same guy, and like that was unbearable. I'm like, brother, I'm not gonna get into a more complex story by this guy who already doesn't know how to write. Like, I'm good, man. I'll only subject myself to so much torture.
Here we go. Here's a good one.
Like, I'm a little bit of a masochist, but I'm not like, you know, like these parts are off limits, brother. Like, torture everything else.
Just learned my mom is bi. Hello, she just dropped out of nowhere. Hello.
By the way, my
mom likes
Death Note. She likes it.
That's such like a Facebook MySpace post.
Yeah,
what the
yeah. The AniList global feed is like the internet around the early 2010s.
That's how Twitter was meant to be. Is just like people talking about like, yeah, dude, like I saw a cat today, you know, or some shit. Like, you know, I brushed my teeth with a new flavor.
All rage bait because I make money from how many views my tweets get now.
Dude, all I see, man, I don't know. I don't want to get into the stuff I see on Twitter because I feel like there's like serious conversation. We're having fun, guys. Yeah,
having a fun time.
Yeah, dude, I've seen the stuff, and then I see what's actually in there, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm just like, man, come on. Like, this is.
I mean, like, I guess touching back on the favorites thing, like, I don't know. I feel like the complaint at the time with like the most, like, I understand the complaint. I feel like people are going to be annoyed that I'm going over this again, but I understand the complaint because it's like, yeah, seeing like the same, 30-ish shows or whatever can be kind of boring. But like, that's not necessarily what you're supposed to be engaging with in those topics, I guess. Like I remember the complaint, like, because Trixie had like a whole video where she was pointing out like, oh, these people, there's not like a through line. I can't, me as an outsider outside of their head cannot figure out the like a vapid through line that goes between their 9 shows, and so they must be lying about their taste to try to impress people.
I remember that. No, yeah, that was like a while ago. See, like the whole 3x3 thing. This is like an old discussion that like because it's changed now. Like people don't really do that anymore. I guess I'm just lamenting like the way like art database websites like that are supposed to function as social media like fail to function as social media. The favorites thing is just a very small part of that these days. I mean, when I mentioned that thing in the Kyokara Oriwa section of the Delinquent video, it was more so me like remembering that time when I like took Trigun out and I put Kyokara Oriwa in, and I just felt like very surreal because at the time, this was like the mid 2010s, like, you know, the 3x3 and like what you're on Mal were like a huge, you know, like thing, like in whatever community you were in. It's like you know, in the modern day, it just sort of doesn't matter. So it's only a small part of the fact that, you know, these database websites are fundamentally antisocial and hostile to human connection. So like the favorites thing is like, you know, it's not the same. I guess it's just a small part of the much bigger picture, which is that the internet is getting so much worse at such a faster pace than we can realize. And like the favorite thing is barely relevant. Like, you know, like
now that I think, like, I don't know the last time I've heard anybody actually like talk about people's favorites.
Yeah, I mean when I was mentioning it in my like just like remembering like what it felt like for, favorites to mean something, I guess, like for it to be a part of your identity, for it to be like a badge, like on your bag or your jacket or something,
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like if I were to change something in my favorites, someone would say something. But at the same time, I can't think of like an ongoing discussion or like a forum that is constantly talking about people's favorites like they used to. And like I was thinking about, we were kind of talking about this in regards to like fandom and like canon, I guess, because it doesn't really feel like there's been an established sort of canon with anime in the same way with like film bro stuff. Like someone posted recently our server, like the top 100 things on like IMDb or Letterboxd, like top 100 movies and stuff. Only like 3 or 4 from the 2020s, but then like on Mal, like 53 are from the 2020s out of 100. And like it's interesting because like when you think about it, the only times you have that I can remember there any sort of like semblance of canon forming would be like the most boring taste of anime shit, when people were complaining that like, oh, this is boring that you're having these same shows. But then like that happens all the time on these like database, like the film stuff, right? Like,
yeah.
So it's like you've had this like actively hostile sort of pushback on that in anime. But then like it's not been replaced with anything. It's just kind of been, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. Like I feel like it'd be interesting to like delve deeper into the mentality of like, or like what has happened exactly, where it's just kind of like not formed. We don't have like a Mal where it's like Cowboy Bebop and Gintama and Legend of Galactic Heroes at the top. Like it always gets like replaced by like a free run or.
I mean, dude,
like
Mal is just a fundamentally broken site. Like I don't really know what's at the top. Like I know for a while it was Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Gintama and whatever. I love Gintama, but I mean, either way, like I don't know what goes on there, but I know Mal is a fundamentally broken site because when you try to review something, they make you divide every aspect of the anime. They're like, rate the animation, rate the art, rate the soundtrack, rate the story, rate the characters. I'm like, those are all
force you to do that anymore.
What do you mean separate it? What do you? It's so stupid. It's like, what is it overall? It's like, dude, that's fuck you, man. That's the dumbest way to review art I've ever seen in my fucking life. It pisses me off so much.
Come up with
like,
a weird
I
formula,
don't review anything on Mal anymore.
Different things, and it's like, why? Just give it a number. It's fine.
What the fuck is the difference between the story and the characters? That's the same thing.
Icon 4, 2 for characterization. She doesn't even talk. This is like a 3 for plot. I don't know what the fuck is going on. There's like Darth Vader and shit.
Oh, that's
overall score 10 out of 10.
Because people will say like the characters are like 2 out of 10 and the story is like 9. And I'm like, what do you mean? It's like, well, the characters, I didn't really like them. They weren't very likable, but the story was fun because there was like some good action and like I like the fight scenes. I'm like, they should kill you, you animal! I fucking hate the subhumans that write on that fucking website. I'm gonna kill myself.
I love the reviews with it's like, I wouldn't listen to this soundtrack outside of the anime.
That's not what. That's not
like
what.
Every time.
That's not what.
The soundtrack. The ratings for the soundtrack. It's always like it has a good opening, and there's like soundtrack 10. I'm like, is that the only song?
I like when they. I like.
There's got to be at least one more.
I like how like up its own ass the review culture on MyAnimeList can be. Like I remember when they did the thing where they got rid of the. They used to have a page that like ranked all of like the reviewers on the site by like how many like helpful like ratings their like reviews had gotten or whatever. And then they got rid of that, and some people got really pressed because they're like, now there's no, what's the point of making a good review now if I'm not on the leaderboard, there's no point to doing any of this.
Oh my god, I didn't even know they had a leaderboard for that shit.
It used to be like also like whatever was displayed would always basically be like the top review on the page, but the top review would always basically be the first review.
The first one.
Yeah, the first review after the show finished airing. So they just have all of these reviews coming out the second the show ends. And it's just like, did you even watch the last episode? Did you put any thought into this, like evaluating this thing? You clearly had this written before you finished the show at some point, and you're really publishing it now because you want the internet good boy points. And they changed that as well, where I think now, like if you go to like the reviews for something, it's like the recent like top reviews, like the top reviews are like that were published in like the last month and stuff. And again, people got no, I stand corrected. No, I just looked at a show, and it's still like
they do a split of like what is the recommended, the middle one, and then the one that doesn't. So they do like a split like
basically right after the show ended, like the day of. So it's just kind of like it's nothing. This still just really sucks.
You're calling me the fuck out right now because like when I was 16 and Yuri on Ice was airing, I was determined to give it the shittiest review ever because I fucking hated it. And everybody was blazing it so hard. And I was like, this anime sucks. And they were calling me homophobic. And I was like, brother, like, I love gay people, man. I think they deserve better than this shit, man. Like, come on.
They're not even really that gay in this.
I'm like, brother, you tell me
they give each other friendship
in the last episode. Fucking give me a break, man. The kiss in the last episode, my ass, dude. This is some bullshit. This fucking sucks. And it looks like shit. People are like, the animation is genuinely impressive. And dude, that was the year that I straight up, like, I lost all respect for so many anime YouTubers. Like, at the time, I was watching so many. And then, like, every single one who would, like, praise Yuri on Ice and, like, oh, the animation's so good. And I would look at it and it's like it looks like total dog shit. Like the first episode looks like pretty decent, but I was like, guys, like, do we have the same eyes? Like, what's going on? And like, I remember getting so disillusioned with how like anime YouTube was talking about anime at the time, and like it culminated with the infamous
the year at the Crunchyroll Anime Awards that year, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's
because that was like 2016 too, and I think a lot of people were like, "What the fuck." I
mean, dude, already like the fact that Crunchyroll even had a anime of the year award pissed me off like already. Like that one, that one was already like it angered me. But like I remember like was that the year that Mother's Basement put out the like anti-piracy video?
No, that's more recent. I feel like that was like this side of COVID.
Nah, dude, that was definitely before COVID, man.
Was it?
That was. I remember watching that video and I was like, I don't like this guy anymore. And I like straight up like I stopped caring about anime YouTube until Hazel, bro. Like straight up, like I'm a student of Hazel. Like legit, like I thought that like all anime YouTubers were just subhuman trash until I saw that Elfin Lead video and I was like, you know what? Like people can talk about anime, like because bro, like in the past, like bro, people would talk about anime in like such a weird way, and I feel like people like still haven't gotten over it. Obviously not like everybody's like developed now, but
right.
And I don't know if Mother's Basement is still making the same videos. He's probably changed as well. He's
I think he took down that piracy video because I can't find it anymore. Did. And I think
it's like a terrible video.
Well, yeah, again, I think he was like, I don't really agree with this anymore.
But it's like,
yeah,
you know, for like a while there, like I feel like anime YouTubers were just like, you know, it felt like they were praising like whatever was popular, because they knew it was popular, and like there was a reason like I respected Digi, even though she was very abrasive about all the things she said, and she was often incorrect. But I really respected the fact that she was so passionate about anime, and she got so angry about anime in a way that nobody else was doing at the time, and I was really moved by that.
About Trixie, she was definitely never a shill.
Yeah, she never showed anything. I was watching Giguk back when he was called A to Z Anime, and then like he started doing this. I was like, there came a point where he was like just making these videos. I'm like, brother, like what happened, man? Like what is this? And like I was so disillusioned, and then like seeing Hazel like talk about, you know, anime with such compassion. I'm not saying she's the first one to do this, but like she's the first one I noticed, you know, like talking about like a show that I didn't even like that much with such empathy, like literally just brought tears to my eyes. I was like, this is amazing. And like when I say I'm a student of Hazel, like I mean like for my Super Gals video, I literally like have like there's a notebook in my room somewhere with physical notes that I was taking from her Tenchi Muyo video because I wanted to know how to structure my video. How do I like, what do I start talking about when it comes to super gals? And like, I was so moved by the way she made those videos, like legitimately art. Like I feel like every once in a while, I feel like rewatching her videos because I'm like, dude, this feels like art, man. This feels like, you know, and it was so moving to me to this day. I'm actively trying to like not copy her. I'm actively trying to like not step on her toes. Like if I see an anime or something that feels like it would be in her wheelhouse, I'm like, I'm gonna stay away from this one just because, you know, I don't want to be the guy who's just like, you know, dick riding everybody else. So like I want to make my own identity and shit. But like that was like really meaningful to me because, dude, for the longest time, Demolition D like tapped out in like 2015 or 16 or some shit.
Yeah.
And then like, you know, then we had Digi going insane, and I'm like, okay, about anime. There's no anime in Digi's videos anymore. You know, then we had Super
I don't
iPad.
think he watches anime anymore.
I don't know what's going on with it. I try to stay away as much as I can from, because I feel like the more I look into it, the more it feels like genuinely, like I don't want to draw any comparisons even, but it's just like, let me put it this way. I'm reading Don Quixote. I'm almost done with it.
Uh-huh.
In Don Quixote, like Don Quixote is basically a lolcow, and everybody's making fun of him, and everybody's like egging him on, and like they all think they're better than him. But he constantly, like, even though he's basically a farcical figure, he's always like demonstrating a level of intellect and honor that other people are not, even though they think they're better than him, and they keep making fun of him to an extent that's like detrimental and like actually like hurting him physically, and I feel like really bad for Don Quixote, and I really like him a lot, even though he's a lolcow. I'm just like in real life, when people do that shit, like, you know, people will have like very public embarrassing moments in their lives, and they're like clearly going through some shit, and like people will just like, and like all everything that's documenting them is just like the whole of Don Quixote is Miguel de Cervantes pretending to like copy a document. He's basically like a Christorian for Don Quixote, this fictional guy. And I'm just like bro, it's like I tried to avoid that kind of shit. Like what I enjoy about Don Quixote is like the opposite of what I'm getting from whenever I learn more about what's happening with Digi, because it's like, dude, it just feels sad, man. Like, and it just feels like this like too hectic, like, you know. And it stops when it wants to stop being about anime and being about her life. I was like, you know what, I'm out of here, brother. Like this is not for me no more, bro. And the people who are still talking about that shit and like still talk about, like, it's the same kind of people who talk about like Christian and same type of people. I'm not saying like I'm not trying to draw comparisons. I don't think like they're the same at all.
No.
You know, I'm just saying like it's the same genre of person that like thinks they're better than somebody because like, oh, I didn't have an embarrassing crash out on social media. It's like, bro, but like you don't like, bro, like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. Like it's just too much for me. Like it's, you know.
Yeah,
that's my tangent. I'm like, I just like I can't like get into.
I felt similarly with anime YouTube. There was, for the longest time, it was basically, I think, just Joe from Pause and Select that like his content was the only one I really gave a shit about on anime YouTube. Until more recent, like I feel like it's like a weird trade-off. Because I feel like AniTube is in a worse place, like the anime YouTube space is like in a worse place now, but there are more people that are contributing to it that are doing better stuff on the whole than what they were doing 10, 15 years ago. So I don't.
Like, yeah.
It's just weird. Well, it's just weird. Like, it's just, I guess it's like a structural thing that it's making it worse, where like no one can really get through. More so than like actual content wise.
I feel like the thing is, I mean, and I think the two major pitfalls that affect people getting into, you know, making videos or making really anything on the internet is like, number one is chasing numbers, and number two is like chasing that good grade. You know, I feel like a lot of those old anime YouTubers, it felt like they were trying to get an A on a class like paper or some shit. I'm like, dude, this is YouTube. You gotta broadcast yourself, brother. Like this is not be a nerd class, bro. Like you gotta like have fun with this shit, nigga. Like you gotta have like fucking guys like Under the Scope, who I used to really like love that guy's reviews. But then I'm like, dude, but like it feels like you're trying to get an A in class. You know, Canapa effect. What it was like, I'm like we were just like going over like, okay, that's great. Like you know a lot of names, brother. Like man, like, where is you, bro? Show me you, you know? And that's, I guess, the thing that I loved about Digi, and that I love especially about Hazel, because I feel like she has like an excellent balance of personality and actually talking about the art.
And like researching stuff.
Yeah, and I love tangents. I mean, one of my favorite books is Catcher in the Rye, and I love how Holden Caulfield just keeps going on these tangents that are seemingly unrelated, but they always reflect something about him that's very moving. And you know, that's something I love about like making videos, is I can go on all the tangents, and it feels like a sort of biome. You know, it feels like you're making like a sort of hub world for a game where like anyone can shoot off to whatever level they want, but they can always return to this sort of, you know, this like sort of core. It's like you can put like, you can make a video as big as you want. You can put like miniature videos within the bigger video, and it's like you can like do whatever you want with it, and it's like really. It's such a fun thing to make like something that is layered in that way, and you can, you know, it really feels like a discussion, and I feel like more people want to do that now, because like back in the day people were just trying to get an A in class, and now people want to broadcast themselves, and like people are totally satisfied to just talk to an audience of like 20 subscribers. Like I had 30 subscribers before you guys shouted me out. I was talking to like an audience, like my video had like 30-40 views maybe. And then I got comments, people like, we came here from the Weeb Crew, and like you guys pushed me over that first 100 views. And I was like, I was so moved by that. And like, I still to this day, like I'm grateful to you guys for shouting me out. And like, you know, like now that I've seen like several podcast episodes, like I know how you guys found me. At first I was like so confused. I was like, well, how the fuck did they guys get, they get this in the first place? I was like, but like, I was so moved by it. I was like, man, I didn't even market it or anything. And, you know, it's still to this day is very meaningful to me, that gesture that you guys did. And then like Shabes as well, shouting out my Delinquent video was major. I mean, I never expected to get on the Shabes anime and like to even get like the top video of the week that week. Cause like I was watching him back in the pandemic, and to be able to like get in one of those Shabes anime digest videos before he just before he cut it off and, you know, was so, was also very meaningful. I mean, I'm never going to forget like the gestures of like, because I don't do it for like, I'll talk to like 20 people, I'll talk to 30 people, but like, you know, like when people put me on and and I start getting comments, because like that, if there's a number I chase, it's comments. Like I just love getting comments and talking, like, you know, it's really started, like, to me, you know, it feels so alive, you know, like when I put out a video, even if it doesn't get a lot, I'll at least, you know, get comments of people, you know, and it just feels like I'm actually communicating. And it feels like, you know, like as much as I would talk into the void, I'm not, you know, I'm talking to, you know, maybe a small number of people, but like, you know, that should mean something to me, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it's always been a frustration of ours where it's like, I've always been very wary of like, there being potentially someone out there who could have been like your favorite content creator who just never got put in front of you, like for whatever reason, like, right, like maybe they only made like 5 videos and they never got put in the algorithm, so they like gave up because they're like, well, I'm only talking to like 2 people. Well, my mom and my neighbor fucking commented on my videos, and that's it. And then like 5 years later, you come across this video, you're like, whoa, this was fucking cool. And then like, they're just gone. Like,
dude,
that's it.
Yes, man, bro. Like I had someone, cause like you get notifications when people subscribe to you who are over a certain subscriber count. Yeah. It's kind of like strange how like they, dude, one of the first people to, it's like unrelated to what I wanted to say, but when you guys shouted me out, like around that same time, Kenny Lauderdale subscribed to me,
I was like,
and I went. So I had like 30 subscribers, and one of them was Kenny Lauderdale. And then I went to your podcast, and I thought Mumi was Kenny Lauderdale for like a full 3 hours. I was like watching. I was like, definitely Kenny Lauderdale's definitely one of these guys, and I'm guessing it's Mumi. I think this is what he likes to be called. But like, I had that experience where like someone subscribed to me. Her name is Mirage Fan. And I looked, and it's like 8 years ago, she was making like these Maho Shoujo videos. And I'm like, damn, like I missed out. I could have been watching these 8 years ago. And now it's like 2026 and I'm watching them like this late. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it is just like interesting to see. And it's like, I mean, it's always sad to see, you know, when people quit, but like, you don't know what's going on in their lives. But I mean, it's just cool. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like it's something to think about, I guess. It's just like, you know, what if you were there when they were just popping off and you could have like, maybe your word of encouragement might have kept them in the game or something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've always viewed, it's kind of what you were saying, where it's like in the mid 2010s or whatever, yeah, a lot of anime YouTube kind of, they were taking the steps to improve, because like before then it was more like that guy with the glasses sort of reviews where like they turn on their webcam, make the skits and like the shitty jokes, and
Bennett the Sage,
you know, Mr. Anime is planning something.
And if I get named with him too, it's fake. It's fake. I don't know that man.
I don't know that. But it's the 100th episode coming up. We really got to get him on the podcast.
Get him on the pod.
100th episode.
I mean, he is in Texas.
He is
grim.
somewhere.
I was thinking, I'm like, because like you could just like go over to like, can't you like request a visitation and like just
I
was thinking about the logistics and it got really, really dark in my. I was like, no, oh my god, no.
Have like an old tape recorder. Just start recording, put on the tables. Like, all right, so what anime?
Like a Jim Can't.
How did you get into anime? And then he's just like, I miss my family. I'm sorry. So
I think that your experience with trauma has changed how you approach.
Have you seen Freerin?
Have you seen Freerin?
Do they show you that in there? Are you allowed to see that?
I mean, there's probably people that like smuggle in shit in there, you know, like SD card.
I think they can just request. They could be like, yeah, I have good behavior. Can you send me anime porn? And then they'll probably do it.
Yeah, you know. I guess it depends on the prison. I don't know. I'm not up to date on prison culture.
I do know.
I mean, I feel like white guys who kill their families are. I mean, they like compared to the black guys who rob convenience stores. I feel like the white guys who murder all their families. I feel like they're all right. You know,
all right. You know, they're in there for like an ounce of weed.
Yeah,
they joined their local neo-Nazi faction.
Yeah, dude, like. You know, the skinheads with swastikas on their head. Yeah. I mean, I feel like they're good, bro. They're taken care of.
How many swastika tattoos do you have now?
Dude, like, I didn't. It's Buddhist, bro. Listen, man.
It's a manju,
all right. It's a manju.
I'm a delinquent now.
Like, immortal samurai.
I'm a bosozoku. It's not white nationalist. It's Japanese. You have to watch this video by this guy SaintDeleter. It's like, if you really want to understand it, you know, like we have those here now. Yeah.
That is a good. I really do want to know. Do you get anime in prison? I guess probably not.
I mean, you get movies in prison.
Yeah.
You can watch Jack and Jill in prison. Why not fucking Oremo or some shit?
I do.
All right, Psy, I'll reach out to Mad Thad. We'll ask him if he got anime in prison. I was
gonna say I do know
a guy. Put the anime man in prison for the fucking shit he tweets, man.
I do know a guy.
That's a guy I want to interview from prison, bro. Like I want to. The anime man. They need to put that guy in jail.
I know a guy on the inside. All right, I'll be sure to check in with him. All right, I got my contacts on the inside.
The 2010s is where they started like kind of improving that. Maybe they might have overcorrected some places, so you got the people that were trying to do like the almost like a news broadcast or TV segment kind of thing.
I feel like the video essay was the bane of video, like the idea of essay, like, because videos are not the medium for essays, man. Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like essays are meant to be written and read. Like, videos are meant to be like, you're meant to have a blast in a video, bro. Like give me, like, if you're not gonna give me a documentary, then have fun, right? Or do both, but like have like, you know, a lot of them, like they lock themselves too hard into, I need to make an essay that has a thesis, and it's like, some of the shit, like, you can't really have a thesis about, man. Like or like you can, but you don't need to, you know, like in a way, you're kind of like, I feel like the best way to approach it is, I guess, you know, like writing a diary entry or like poetry or something, you know, like just trying to, like, you know, like move the, like, I feel like a lot of it is not made with an audience in mind. They're not making it with an audience. They're making it with themselves in mind, and they want to like at least the ones who approach it with the essay mindset. They're like, you know, I want to be considered like one of the good essayists, and I'm just like, okay, man, but you got some tough competition, bro. You got, you know, Edward Said, you got fucking like Frantz Fanon, you got James Baldwin. Like, brother, I don't think any of these video guys are touching them. I'm sorry, you know, like, either have fun or fucking get out of here, bro. The nerd zone is that way.
See, I enjoy those kinds of videos. I view video creation as like an ongoing kind of conversation, I guess. Which is why I try to like platform, like whenever I can, I try to platform people, because like you gotta get into conversation. It's not fair to like just keep the soapbox to yourself. You gotta share it to someone every once in a while. But like, I guess like at that time period, it was kind of viewed as like anime-tubers or whatever, like trying to be like a professional or like trendsetters or whatever. I don't know how the fuck you put it. Academic. And like, I've never viewed it in that way. It's like, it's just this like conversation. Like, it's this evolving conversation, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like anybody can make this fucking video. Anybody can come up with their own fucking point, and like we can all build off of it. I think a large part of the problem is like people don't watch other people's videos, and then we'll make a video on something that like everyone has made a video on and not have seen anything that anyone else has done and not build off of that. And so we're just like, it's like you're having the same, it's literally the problem with the anime community is just we're just having the same conversations constantly ad nauseum.
September forever.
I think we're doomed, bro. Like we literally were talking about like 3x3. I think
we're part of the problem.
Fuck.
We're done for, man. Like, I don't think there's hope for us. I don't think we're gonna have a choice, bro. Like, you know, like with the way these emails are going, as soon as we get named, brother.
As soon as,
you know.
I like that it's a matter of when, not if.
Yeah.
Let the record show, I never will kill myself. I will never turn the cameras off in my jail cell.
Brother, the shit I was doing on Club Penguin, I deserve to go out.
Oh, fuck. Yeah. Well, I guess going back to your video, your most recent video is on the Alice 6 Jdrama. Do you watch a lot of Jdramas?
Not really. I mean, I during the pandemic, like quarantine, I got super into tokusatsu shows. I loved getting into Kamen Rider, Super Sentai. For some reason, did not get into Ultraman, but like Kamen Rider Forze and Denno and Super Sentai Mega Ranger were my favorite, just because like they had that sort of community aspect of like everybody feels like they're having fun together. So like it really fulfilled that desire for me during the pandemic, I guess. But as far as Jdramas, there's a bunch that I've been meaning to watch. There's this one guy, I mean, if we're shouting out people's, YouTube channels, there's this one guy called Shoes in the Dryer. You guys heard of him?
Yeah. He did a video on this one called Lovely Complex?
Yep, Love Complex. I just watched that one last month.
Oh, so did you? So did I. Jesus.
Yep. That one was really good. I mean, I watched it after I made my Alice 6 video though. But like, so I guess it wasn't last month. It was like early January. But yeah, I watched it because I mean, I love Twin Peaks. And so like really any Japanese work of art that like even slightly resembles it, I'm going to give it a shot. I mean, it doesn't have to be Japanese. Like
right. Yeah.
Japan guy, you know, I'm not the Japan guy. I'm, you know, like I just love Twin Peaks, and you know the way he sold me on it. Like in the first 10 minutes, I didn't even finish that video. I just went and watched Love Complex. It's kind of like the opposite of. Listen, I love Super Eye Patch Wolf, but like I'll watch his videos, and then as soon as I finish it, I'm like, I don't feel like going to watch the thing he told me to watch. I'm good, you know, like
Hunter,
I feel bad,
you know.
But like for the Shoes of the Driver one, I just like first 10 minutes, I was like, you know what, I gotta watch this myself, man. I can't. So he did good, man. He did a good job in those first 10 minutes.
Well, that begs the question: did he do a good job, or did he do a bad? Like you clicked his video off in 10 minutes. Super Eye Patch Wolf, you watched the whole video.
He got me to watch like
the thing.
10 hours of television, you know, instead of like off of 10 minutes of recommendation. Like, dude, that's good, man. He's a salesman. Like, I tell you what.
He's a salesman, but he didn't make any money off of that.
Oh, fuck no. Oh, hell no. He did not make no money off of me that day. But, like, I will watch that whole video on Big Star, because I do like that one Big Star album with the blue star on it. I'm like, oh, I never listened to anything past that. So I'll watch his Big Star video just as like a compensation for not finishing the Love Complex one. Yeah, like Jdramas. I mean, there's one I've been meaning to watch, Long Vacation. I've been meaning to watch that since I heard Tim Rogers talk about it.
Oh yeah.
But like, yeah, I mean, I don't watch a lot of live action television. You know, I mean,
same.
I love Community. You know, I love, you know, dude, the best live action show ever is Star Trek: The Original Series. That's the best one. That's the best one, man. Like
over TNG, you like the original over TNG?
I haven't even got. Dude, I'm like halfway through the original series. I haven't even finished it. Like I haven't even gotten to TNG. But I feel like live action television peaked with the original series. I'm open to being wrong, but I feel like we should have called it there. You know,
that was when the TV broadcast should have ended.
Yeah, man. Like
just sort of turned all TVs off forever.
We did Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone was like the practice run, and then you know Star Trek: The Original Series. We're like, okay, we're taking Twilight Zone to space. Like now, like okay, we did it.
We did it. We're done.
Congratulations! Phenomenal work.
No, there's no point in continuing.
Absolutely right.
Congratulations, boys! We did it.
We did it. I don't know what all this other shit is. You know, fucking Voyagers, Deep Space. Fuck, get out of here, man.
Yeah, getting Mumi to watch live action anything is like pulling teeth. I'm so like literally the last episode we were just like, why do you refuse to watch Better Call Saul, Mumi? Why? What is
to
wrong?
Be fair, like I also struggle to watch live action shows, but like when it comes to movies, I love a good live action movie. Like I'm a movie guy. I love movies. I don't know about you guys, but I love movies.
I like to watch them. It's just I'm a person that usually needs to watch stuff with someone else.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, I'm not very good at just sitting at my computer just watching something. I kind of prefer like either having someone to like talk to like in like text or like just over VC. When watching,
he's cooked.
Yeah.
Psy's cooked. He can't enjoy things anymore.
My brain has social brain rot. You know, I just constantly need to be like interacting with other people.
There's some stuff that I get like if I start watching a show with someone, you know, I feel like I got to finish it with them.
Yeah.
Like Euphoria. I watched season 1 and season 2 with my friends. And, you know, one of my friends is no longer with us. And it's just like, I'm like, bro, how are we going to watch season 3, bro? Like, what are we supposed to do? Like, dude, like, it's just going to feel weird watching it. And so it's just like,
I mean, half the cast of Euphoria is also dead. So.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I only remember one of them dying. The Mac Miller guy died.
Yeah.
I don't know about the rest
I
of
feel like
them.
I remember someone else dying.
May he rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Like a late Hamu, but I mean, I did like it's weird. Like I like really enjoyed Euphoria season 2.
Yeah.
Like just watching it with my friends, even though it was such a train wreck of a season.
Oh, it's like,
and like I mean, I don't know, like
basically. Yeah.
And like the woman who plays Lexi is so sexy, and like I'm just like, damn, like this is like okay, I mean, yeah, movie night with friends is always good, but like I don't know, I feel like when I get in the mood to like marathon a movie, or marathon a bunch of movies, I'm just like, brother, I gotta go solo, man. Like I can't do this with nobody. Mm-hmm. You're gonna hold me back. You're not ready.
The journey I'm going on my own.
These guys are barely ready to watch 50 minutes of Fox Fur. They're not gonna be ready to watch 4
hours
any
of Napoleon.
other Damon Packard movie, I guess. Yeah.
I guess bring it back to anime.
Yes, please do.
Why? While you were shitting on Bad Boys, you were talking a lot about like the you're basically talking about like the romance aspects of the series, and you're saying how it didn't move you, it didn't like feel genuine.
Mm-hmm.
And it got me think, like, I feel like we could be on the same wavelength here in regards to like, because I really like Delinquent stuff. I really like aspects of romance. Like the stuff with romance that really resonates with me is when I can understand intuitively why these two characters are together. That's outside of like, I just want to jump on your dick or whatever, right? Like. Yeah. I get like a relationship can start that way, and that's fine. But like once we get past like that sort of initial just like, oh, she's fucking hot, or like he's fucking the coolest guy in school, like I need to have like an intuitive understanding of like why you two people like to be in the same room together. Like if I can't imagine what you're doing on like a slow Sunday afternoon where y'all are just like hanging around, and like why y'all would want to talk to each other. Like I can't get invested in like a romance.
Yeah, like, I feel like I mentioned Bad Boys earlier, comparing it to Dan because I feel like they have similar problems. I mean, I love romance. Like one of my favorite books is Pride and Prejudice, and I've always been very moved by like the dynamic between Darcy and Elizabeth, and they I can experience a story that's mainly about the, so long as there's something else going on, like you said, you got to understand why they want each other and maybe why they're denying themselves each other. What is the what is the main draw? I'm generally unconvinced by most anime and manga romances, like just straight off the bat. Most shoujo tropes I don't work on me. The reason I disliked Bad Boys so much is because it super relied on the whole like guy saves girl from getting raped, and so she becomes his girlfriend de facto thing. It's like,
oh, you said that like 8 times in the video. I'm like, how many? What is happening?
It's every single one. Every single, like, I'm not kidding, bro. Every single relationship starts because the guy saves his girl from getting raped. That's like every single. It's dude. Bad Boys is the rape manga. Like that's the one where all the rape happens. All
I'm saying is like now I understand that fucking like survey they did where they're like, oh, I wouldn't want my daughter to be a bosozoku or whatever. It's like, yeah, why?
Dude, like bro, that like I think the amount of it, like I don't know, but like it's going like rape for rape with Go Nagai mangas. Like, dude, it's such a fucking such a shit show of a manga, and it's such a shame because I think the mangaka's name is Hiroshi Tanaka. I might be misremembering. He's such a good artist, and he's so good at like drawing guys with such like variety in their appearances. and the women all look the same, and they all fall in love with the guys for the same reasons, which is that they get saved from rape. And I'm just like, bro, like, and in the few relationships that begin because the guy didn't save her from rape, he eventually does have to save her from rape. Like, that's gonna happen. And I'm just like
it's like an inevitability in the series.
Like, and I mentioned this in the video, but it's like, it feels like the girls are just sticking with the guys who can like protect them from this rape world the most. I'm just like, bro, it's like, you know, and it's so weird.
I hate
It's so shit, man, dude. I read fucking 18 volumes of that shit, man. That shit was garbage. It is really irredeemably shit. Like, but the thing that like disappointed me like as well is that, you know, it's like, okay, like the person saves another person and so they fall in love trope. It's like, it's just a trope. It doesn't have to be bad, but oftentimes like after that happens, there's no because the characters don't have any personality, and you know, like you never like one thing that I especially with regards to shonen and seinen manga is you never get what's in it for the girl. You know, like what's in it for the girl to stick around with this guy? Like for the guy, he gets to have like a hot girl, you know, and he gets to have sex with her or kiss her or whatever, or do whatever. For the girl, like what's in it for her? Like, okay, is the guy attractive? Okay, sure. And that's it.
Bad boys,
like,
she's gonna stop being raped. Like that's what's in it for her.
You know, that that's the main.
It's purely a transactional relationship. We've devolved back into like primal beings. It's just like, okay, you stop me from being eaten by the saber-toothed tiger, and I will protect our young. Like,
it's such a it is really like just like caveman, like dog fucked mentality that they have. Like it's so shit, man. And it's like, dude, I read the fucking Bad Boys sequel, and nothing changes, man. There's still like the only difference is there's ghosts now. Like it's like
it's ghost rape now. Okay.
So like, and like the ghost is like getting cuckolded because the wife he left behind is getting fucked by a guy with a bigger dick, and he's so mad. Like, and I'm
my god! You said there was like a scat portion in this where you like.
Oh, dude, there's that one whole chapter where like it's all about how like the main character is like holding in like a bunch of shit, but like he's also thinking about how he saw his girlfriend on the toilet taking a shit, and it makes him so horny. But instead of ejaculating, he just shits his pants, and it fills up the whole like panel with stinky.
Yeah, that's some fucking like scat fetish shit there. Like it looked like he was like filling one of those cartoon cloth diapers or whatever that they do on like DeviantArt. That's what the art looked like in that part.
Dude, Bad Boys, like when there's not rape happening, it's shit jokes. Like that's it. Like you got rape, you got
rape, you got fart jokes and rape. That's all there is to life.
Hey, you don't like it? Fucking Roku Donachi Blues is down the hall. It is irredeemably shit. I can't say irredeemable because the guy knows how to draw. He knows how to draw men. He knows how to draw men. Like he knows how to draw one woman. And like I was like, okay,
it's like Leiji Matsumoto.
Yeah, dude. Or like the guy who makes Dandadan, you know, like.
I mean, I think the most revealing thing about it when you were talking about it was there was a character that they introduced that like one of the guys saves from being raped or something, but like it's not romantic, and so they just become friends.
Yeah.
But then the guy does not know how to write them being friends, and so it does like the Code Geass thing where it's like, oh, Lelouch is so smart and he's gonna beat this guy at chess, but I don't know how to write a chess game, so it's gonna be happening off screen. It's like they're just friends off screen.
Yeah, man. Like, because to me, like, I'm like, dude, isn't this what a story's about? Like, he saves this girl from getting raped, and like they have a strange dynamic that's like, and like I love, you know, strange dynamics between characters. Like he views her as a little sister. She has a crush on him because in this world, women just like fall in love with everyone who saves them from rape. But like she also sort of embodies that little sister archetype for him, and like it just tells us. And they laughed about so many things, and it just shows us them laughing. Like, what are they laughing about, man? Let me in on the joke. Like I'm over here, I'm not laughing. Like what the fuck, man? Like. And it's like she tapped into his sense of humor. It's like, dude, the guy doesn't even know how to write men either. Because I don't know what his sense of humor is. I don't know what he's laughing at. the whole fucking like manga goes by and this major character, I don't even know what the fuck his deal is. I don't know what he finds funny.
Maybe he didn't even know what the guy found funny. Like
it would be
these
time to
characters.
show me like what he finds funny and like why doesn't he laugh like this with his girlfriend, but he laughs like this with this girl, and it's like he doesn't laugh like this with any of his other friends or anything. I'm just like, bro, I'm like, dude, it's like every opportunity to tell a story about characters, he just like shits it down the drain. It's over, man. I'm just like, bro, I'm not even saying like as if I'm like such an amazing. Like I'm a fucking amateur, dude. Like I'm not like that much better than this guy. But like, come on, man. Like,
Well, he's probably better than all of us combined. Like I don't know. I haven't
definitely
fucking
better
read
than
manga.
But I'll have to say, like I feel like I'm better at writing than him because like I feel like I can write a story where rape doesn't happen. Like and like
You're gonna like sit down.
I can
you're gonna
write a
try
world.
writing a story. You're gonna try writing a story, and you're like, "Fuck, this is harder than I thought." The rape scene just happened. Well, I didn't even. What the fuck?
It's like, why can't I do anything else? It's like, wait, what if instead of the guy saves the girl from rape, the girl saves the guy from rape? Oh, I did it again.
Fuck. Oh.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, man.
They go to the Knicks game, and then they go to a fancy dinner, and then he saves them from rape. Why is it always?
Man, what was
You know,
going
What the hell?
on?
How did we get to the Knicks game?
What was going on in that Angel Beats?
Who was playing on the Knicks?
In middle school.
Which one of you guys did this? Carl Anthony Towns. Bless up. I know it was you. I'm sorry. No, Cat. No, I love Cat, bro. I feel bad for him. He's in trade talks right now. He doesn't deserve it.
Listen, I don't know anything about basketball. All I know is that the local team is the Mavs, and they traded fucking Luka like last year.
Oh, man.
That's all I know about basketball. I'm like, yeah.
Hey, man,
My brothers are really into basketball, and they're like, oh, but they got like Cooper Flag, and Cooper Flag's so good. I'm like, yeah, but they traded their guy. What?
Yeah, they traded the guy they got to the finals with to get an 18-year-old. It's like, I mean, like he's a good 18-year-old. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, what was it worth it? Like,
It doesn't
an
feel
18-year-old
it feels
and a
terrible.
hospital patient. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, it feels like shit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, man. I'm glad I'm not a Mavs fan. Lol.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not really into basketball, but like that's just the local team. It feels bad, man. You know.
Yeah, I'm like, I usually say I'm not that into sports, but like, I've been pretty into basketball these past few years. Like, you know, and I've always been pretty into soccer, like football, soccer. Like, you know, so I guess I kind of am a sports fan, you know, in a way.
Become one.
Yeah.
Become what you always hated.
I always thought of myself as a nerd, man. I never thought of myself as a guy who likes sports, but like I do have an Arsenal jersey, so like I guess
Listen, it's all right. If you were a nerd in high school in Texas and like you were in like the band or whatever, you just had to go to every football game, and at that point, it's like it's sink or swim. You either become a professional football knowledge haver, or you just like hang yourself in the bathroom.
And we can tell which one you picked, brother.
Yeah, I hung myself in the bathroom. Was comatose for like 3 years.
This is like a very strange communication I'm having with. I have to light up candles to join a Discord call.
We've talked about having a podcast, the first podcast with a Ouija board.
Who are we gonna fucking talk to, man? There's a lot of people to talk to, I guess.
I mean, I don't know how much still know about anime, but there's a lot of people we could bring in.
I'm thinking, like, bro, we could talk to Osamu Tezuka, be like, bro, why do you draw black people like that? Come on, man.
Why did you have to draw that deer like that, all right? What
was up with the Vietnam War saga in Astro Boy? Why did he go to the Vietnam War? What was that about? Come on.
It was interesting because like in your video you talked a lot about the comedy aspect of delinquent manga.
Yeah.
And like just like as a matter of happenstance, somebody like joined our server like recently, like literally like while I was making notes for the episode, like for your episode, and asked me like they're asking what people's favorite manga was, and I listed. They're like, "Oh, well, you must really like comedy," and I'm like, "What? none of them are comedy manga. And they're like, oh, well, no, Sunny is like a comedy. I'm like, no, Sunny's like, I mean, there's funny moments and like moments of brevity, but like the comedy is more to like flesh them out as children, because, you know, kids like to have fun and stuff. And it kind of like occurred to me that that's the case with like Delinquent series. Is like they are just kids. Like at the end of the day, they're supposed to, like, they make them look like they're like 40 years old and dodging child support, but they are children that are like really juvenile and silly and just trying to have a good time. And like I think that's an interesting like thing to like focus in on with these series, because like you were talking about how like all these series do comedy well, but they don't do like this well. I think it should, obviously, like you would want a synthesis of everything where it's like it just adds another layer to the depth of storytelling or whatever. But like it was interesting to kind of like piece that together in that moment where it's like, oh, this is comedy. The comedy in these are oftentimes characterizing them as children.
Yeah, the thing that I feel like I touched on it in the video, but this is one of those things that I really wish I spoke about more concretely, but I guess I didn't realize it at the time, which is that the emotion that leads to delinquency for most kids in most countries at the time was boredom. But this is especially true of Japan, because, I mean, outside of Japan, there's a lot of other impulses. Like there's boredom, but then there's also poverty that can be an issue. Whereas, you know, in Japan, social class is like delinquency rates are not really reflected like greatly across social class, at least from the studies that I read. But like boredom seems to be the main emotion that drives these kids to delinquency, is like looking for action, you know, looking for something to do, you know, having like all these hormones. You're just, you know, you have a lot of pride, you have a lot of emotions, and you just try to like, you know, you latch on to things that don't mean anything. I think it's something that Hiroshi Takahashi, I think his name, who wrote Crows, really understood very well, which is that these guys are, you know, putting on value into things that really don't matter, but it really matters to them. And, you know, along the ways that kind of changes. And I think I only barely touch on it in Yankee Go to Juku, but I wish I touched on it more. And it's something I didn't realize, because it kind of happened to me in a sense, which is that over time, the primary emotion that motivates people is no longer understimulation, but overstimulation, and no longer boredom, but anxiety. And, you know, I experienced this firsthand, you know, because I didn't get an iPhone until I was like 15 years old. So like before then I was using these shitty ass Nokias. And so I was not constantly tapped into the internet. Yeah. And I was like trying to go out. I was always like hanging out outside. Not to say that like I didn't enjoy time inside, you know, like I still loved video games and anime, but you know, weekends, I was always trying to go outside. I was always trying to do something. And then as soon as I got my iPhone, like I was not going outside as much, you know, and I found that like I was spending more time at home, more time in bed, and just more time like overstimulated, and like, you know, my mind like filled up, and in a way that I didn't recognize until I have now like the perspective and the distance from that time to realize like how much my life changed as soon as I got a phone that was like constantly connected to the internet. And you know, like even when I went outside, the activities changed. I was no longer, you know, looking to like do something active and like actually, you know, like be a part of something. But I became much more laid back, you know, physically, but mentally there was like a lot more going on and a lot more that I was thinking about. And, you know, this is something that I think about like with the Delinquent manga that has come out more recently, is it does not really like touch on that change in stimulus. You know, we have 2 Delinquent manga that have come out in the last like 5 years that are about going back to the past and time traveling to the past. And neither of them touches on this like gold mine of an idea of, yeah, dude, like in the modern day, we are overstimulated. Back then we were understimulated. How did that affect delinquency then versus now? Tokyo Revengers misses out on it completely, but Nine Peaks also misses out on it because like in an even worse way, I think it's a even bigger miss. Because the main character is a delinquent, and he goes back to meet his dad, who's a delinquent. So he's not becoming younger. He's just going back to the past and meeting his young dad. And it's like, it just doesn't even wrestle with the fact that, like, dude, why would there even be delinquents in the 2020s in the first place? You know, why would there even be delinquents in the 2010s? You know, like that, like I'm not saying that there wouldn't be,
Right,
but
yeah.
the shape that they take would be different. Like, it would have to be different. You know, it's something that, like, you know, it's a similar pain that I feel with like how it failed. Like, Drop was supposed to like, I felt from the first chapter, you think it's gonna deconstruct the whole delinquent genre, Don Quixote style, and then it ends up just being a normal delinquent action manga. And I keep seeing these swings and misses. Looks the ripest opportunity of all time, and no one is asking, like, why are we delinquents, and like what changed, and like how can we push the genre forward? It's just fight scenes, and I'm just like, I'm like mesmerized. I'm like, guys, like things have changed. You know, the comedy that comes from like these old delinquent manga. You know, Crows really hits the nail on the head, but like, you know, Bebop High School is excellent just because it's like over the top. Crows really gets that like sort of minute detail down in comedy because it understands like how kids interact when they're super bored and they have nothing to do, and, you know, they have too much time and, you know, not enough to do, and they're just getting together. And it's like the minutia of the detail of how these characters talk to each other, and like the dumb little things that they do and that they say, and like the mannerisms, it gets it all so perfectly. And, you know, it's crazy to see something like hit the nail on the head so perfectly, and then every single story that comes after it failing to understand, like even by Hiroshi Takahashi himself, when he tries to make Worst, or when he tries to make QP, you know, QP is like it's just an action. It's like an action manga. At some point, it's like fucking Jason Statham transporter shit. I'm just like, bro, what? You know, I'm just like, man, this isn't why we loved Crows, you know. And you know, like the comedy is crucial to like understanding why they think the way they do. And this is also like God, I'm forgetting the name of the one that was all about bosozoku. It was like from the early 2000s. That one was like really good because it got into the detail of bosozoku life, but it didn't have the comedy, and so like the characters just didn't feel like it didn't. The comedy is supposed to fill in the gaps between the characters, and I think a lot of them miss out on that. You know, Sugarless misses out on that. Clover misses out on it by just missing because it's not that funny, and it's just like it misses out on that aspect of like, you know, these are kids and they're bored as fuck because they have nothing to do, and that's like you need to make something out of, like fill in the gap, you know?
Yeah.
It was interesting, like when you were talking about it in your video, when you were talking about how a lot of them, a lot of it is like less that they almost become delinquents by circumstance based on appearances.
Yeah,
almost alone. Like that's almost like the deciding factor is like if you're drawn to like the Yankee sort of fashion, you then just become delinquent.
Yeah. What it seems that like just from what I'm able to tell based on what I read is that like a young kid who's like 13 or 14 will hang out with an older kid who is already a Yankee, and then like through hanging out with him, he'll just sort of like decide like, okay, I want to be more like my senpai, and so he'll like just sort of put on he'll put on the pompadour and the Yankee fit, and he'll just go out on a night on the town with him, and like, you know, a lot of the fights that would happen in real life, at least the way Ikuya Sato reports it, and from what I remember from Kamikaze Bikers, is, you know, they would cross each other on the street, like two Yankees would cross each other on the street, and then like one of them would like, I guess, bully the other. Usually it's like the older one bullying the younger one, and like maybe they'll fight, and then after they fight, like they realize like what school they go to, and then they sort of become friends afterwards. Like there's usually not much animosity to it. And I think that is kind of reflected in a lot of these delinquent manga, where they will fight and become friends afterwards. Like the way Ikuya Sato puts it is like they'll fight, and then after they fight, you know, they'll be like, yo, what grade are you in? What school do you go to? You know, oh, my cousin goes to that school. Like, yo, you know, we're cool now. And it's like a very human experience. Like when I was going to school in Egypt, I had the same exact experience. Or like, you know, like when I was like a lot younger. Like it's a lot a bit more embarrassing to do this kind of shit when you're like in your late teens. Like when you're in elementary school, it's like that's like some shit that you expect to happen. It's like, oh wait, like you're my little brother's friend. Like, okay, I'm not beating you up anymore. Like, whatever. Like, cool. You know, and it's like to see these guys do this shit when they're like 17, 18 years old. I'm like, bro, like that is like really, really crazy that like Japan had like a whole epidemic of this, a social epidemic of guys just acting like this.
That shit happened to me too. Where like I got into a fight with a kid on the bus one time, and like an actual fist fight. Like we're like fucking like 9 or 10, but it was like actual fist fight. And then like the guy made us fucking sit together, and then him and his friends started talking about Dragon Ball Z, and it was fucking over.
Oh,
It was like fuck. Then we hung out for a while, and now he's dead.
Oh man, yeah, that's that's how it happens,
that's how it goes.
It's like a very like natural experience that you really only expect to have when you're a small kid.
yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
yeah, man. Like, I mean,
it's not that well.
like when I you know became a teenager, like I kind of like stopped getting into fights. Like I didn't like really seek it out at all. There were times when I felt like they were almost going to happen. And like there's times when you really feel like that blood, like really, like you feel like you're about to vomit bile at this fucker and you want to fucking beat. But like it usually de-escalates because like you know like because nobody really wants to go to the hospital and nobody wants to explain to their parents like, yeah, like it's because I got in a fight and now I'm a criminal, you know, like you know, so like you know. But you know, it's crazy how much of a culture developed around it. I mean, so many unique signifiers of this culture. Like the hairstyle, the clothes, they would wear women's shoes as well. Like Yankees would deliberately wear like a type of women's shoe. And you see this in some delinquent manga, but not others. You know, like, because most of the delinquents you see they wear like these modified school outfits. But like the way it was in the 80s was like they would, you know, like sort of Yakuza clothes. And then they would wear like a shoe. And you kind of see it in Tokyo Revengers, weirdly enough. Of like all the fucking manga to get this kind of accurately is like you'll see these characters like sometimes they'll be wearing straight up like women's shoes and like that's like a part of the Yankee aesthetic and it's like to me that's just crazy that like how many signifiers these guys had. It was a very unique and very specific subculture with very specific signifiers that you really don't see that anywhere.
I wonder how much of that is because like we talked about this when we did our Shobaku video. I talked about the kind of crossover with like otaku culture and like delinquent stuff where it's like the very chuny aspects of it. Mm-hmm. I wonder how much of that is like because of the shift where like maybe there's not as many people that actually experienced being a delinquent now. And so we've now just kind of more shifted to the sort of romanticism and like the otaku kind of otakification of delinquents where like as you said like some like Tokyo Revengers is very accurate and to these sort of things where it's like okay the shoes are accurate to the time period and all that but like it's not accurate in like depicting the kind of pathos and like the emotion of being a delinquent as much like it kind of goes through the moments and like the signifiers of that, but it does not capture the kind of because like I would say that's like the appeal of like delinquent stuff. Like I think of like a fucking Ashino Joe or even Great Teacher Onizuka, like them kind of just cutting through the bullshit of like you know sometimes words cannot express an idea as effectively as like something simple. And kind of just using the raw sort of emotion to convey this idea in a way that like trying to sit there and over explain it doesn't do justice, right?
Yeah. I think it's like natural to try to make like to take delinquents and to try to make it into a sort of shonen battle manga. I think it's normal to want to do that. I just haven't seen one that does it well. I mean, Kengo Bancho is a separate one. Like that one's like a fun action story, but it's like delinquent, like in name only. It's you know, and I think that's the reason it does it well is like it uses the aesthetics of delinquents, but it just tries to make an action story. The reason something like Out fails for me is it's trying to do like it starts off in a similar way as like, you know, most other delinquent manga or like you know, like a guy getting out of juvenile prison. But then immediately after, it tries to do like the Chimera Ant arc, and like it's not good. It's so shit. It's like,
can you please elaborate? Like, I'm just imagining they get out of, like, it's like Joe, he gets out of prison and all of a sudden he's fighting Chimera Ants.
dude, it's like worse. So it's like imagine Gon comes out of a fucking juvenile delinquent prison, and like he like starts working like this part-time job because like no one wants to hire him and he can't go back to school, so his life is fucked. He's just working for his aunt Mito at this restaurant or whatever, and he makes friends with a bunch of bosozoku, and like eventually we forget about Gon and we just have a Chimera Ant arc over like fucking car parts. Like they're like stealing cars and dismantling them to sell them in Nigeria or some shit. And it's like now we're having like a whole war between these gangs. And it's like, wait, actually there's lore because this guy is a swordsman who really was in love with the girl that they killed and burned alive. And now they're like, she's coming back. And oh wait, these guys have like a superpower where his secret weapon is that he throws marbles or like uses a fucking nunchucks with axes on them or some shit. I'm like, bro, like this isn't what I didn't sign up for this shit, bro. Like I signed up to see a guy, you know, struggle to adjust to life after getting out of juvenile prison, and you're giving me like Chimera Ant arc but worse. Like it's really really bad. It's like at some points it gets to a point where it's like almost so ridiculous that it's actually like entertaining. Like there's one scene where a guy fakes his death by like putting a pig's brain and pig's blood and like spilling it out of his head and making it look like he got shot in the head, and then like, you know, and like he sort of fakes it like that, and then he like runs away, and he also like survives getting shot in the head by like putting a metal thing under his like beanie or whatever. And I'm just like, so like this is like trying to be like it's like almost like a shittier version of Kaiji almost or something like that. I'm like, okay, I can kind of, but then it gets into like, it tries to do like shonen battle shit, like where all these delinquents have like a different type of weapon and like, you know, oh, I want to get revenge on you for killing my Bancho. And it's like, no, your Bancho had to die because he killed our Bancho. And I'm just like, man, I tapped out, bro. I'm good. Like what happened to the main character? What's he do? He's still working at his fucking shitty ass like mom's ramen store or some shit. I'm like, bro,
what's Gon doing? He's just gone.
It's over. Like he's not even a factor in the dude. Imagine Gon gets like the shit beat out of him by like someone in the hunter exam arc, and he never gets his hunter's license, and the rest of the show is about Leorio.
I mean, that's not super far off. I mean, it's not about God anymore. It's now it's like Fallen Karapika.
Well, like, actually, I made it sound too good because like Leorio is a fun character and we like Hunter x Hunter and it's like a good story and it's like well written and, you know, it's like it has merit. So like, you know, like,
it's following background character B.
It's following. It's like, huh? Who's like a character that nobody gives a fuck about,
or whatever.
Yeah, who's that fat guy who like tried to poison Killua with the juice?
Yeah.
But even that guy, I feel like I would have fun following. A guy who like
there's like his like different schemes to fuck with people.
There's like a guy from Gon's village who like says like a one-off line when he finds that like fishing, like when he goes fishing. I feel like that guy. We followed that guy.
We're just following the random Glup Shido from Hunter x Hunter.
Glup Shido.
We're following Glup Shido. And like it turns out it's like lore. And it's not even fun. Like it's not even fun lore, man. It's like just bad lore. It's just bad autism, man.
I'm just imagining like the introduction like chapter where they introduce Glup Shido of Hunter x Hunter, and he's like, I remember when that kid caught that fish. That was the biggest fish we'd ever seen. He's dead now. Anyway.
Dude, that's. Bro, it's crazy because that's actually kind of how it is. Because like Drop is about, you know, a sort of stand-in for the author. so many layers to that of like why that should have been such an excellent deconstruction. I don't like using the word deconstruction when it comes to stories. It doesn't really make as much sense. But I mean, like, I guess a good parody or satire of Delinquents ended up not doing that. But then the side character, like the main partner of the main character, is the main character of Out. But Out is written by a different guy. So Drop I kind of explained it in my video, but like, yeah, Drop is made. It's an adaptation of a novel that he wrote about his childhood when he was supposedly a delinquent, and then the manga adaptation happens, and it's illustrated by Suzuki Dai, who was an assistant of Hiroshi Takahashi, and like that manga gets popular enough to get a prequel that is about one of the partner characters. I'm blanking on his name. And then Out is also about him, but it's drawn by written and illustrated by a whole separate guy. And it takes place in a world that's almost alien to Drop because it has no humor. And it's all about like these fucking, it's like not funny. The action sucks. The characters look like shit. Everything's drawn like garbage. And like, they're all fighting for like, to sell car parts in Nigeria. So I'm just like, man, what happened to Delinquent, bro? Like,
what is going on?
It's really bad, bro. It's. I was so hyped for that one too because it's one of the more hyped Delinquent manga. You know, you're asking around like, hey, what's a good Delinquent? Out is usually the one that like gets recommended, and it's like the worst one. It's so shit. It's not the worst. It's far from the worst, actually. The worst is Windbreaker.
Oh, I also didn't really.
Windbreaker was. Okay, Windbreaker is like how to put it. It's like a tournament arc with like delinquents, but they're like the K-pop soft edge, like really cute delinquents. Like
they're police officers, man. They're police officers.
Yeah, well, your analysis was pretty spot on in the video. We were talking about like it was basically just like a fucking young police officer LARP fan fiction, whatever.
Yeah.
But like like them as delinquents themselves, they come off more as like when like if like a K-pop band had like a delinquent character in their like group, he would be dressed like one of the characters in Windbreaker.
One of the things I don't think I get into. I don't get into it because I didn't pick up on it or I didn't read that far. I read like 60 chapters into it. So I should have caught it by then, but like I guess not. But the main character has like significant insecurity apparently, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like because he looks weird, and I'm like apparently he got bullied for having heterochromia, like the most desirable deviant art fan fiction trait like ever. I'm like, man, there's people who like are bullied for being black and like for being Korean or Chinese or like Filipino or whatever in Japan, and like the most like torturous like physical characteristic you could give this guy to get bullied over is that he has weird hair and like different colored eyes. Get fuck off, fuck all the way off. That is the bitchest ass shit. It's like I wish for once like characters like a character who is bullied for being ugly is like legitimately like different from everybody. Is like legitimately like it's like believable, you know. Like Japanese people do discriminate against people. Like I don't want to say all of them because like not every Japanese person is just. But like black people have trouble fitting in Japanese society even when they are Japanese. So even if you don't look that different, like
if you're not Japanese in Japan, you're all on the same playing field. You're all a foreigner. You're all associated with violence.
Yeah. And like even if you don't want to go that far, like there's like I don't know, like there's plenty of people who have like physical disabilities or disfigurements that like leads to them being ostracized by society. I feel like this would be an excellent opportunity to talk about that, but it's like he's getting bullied for having like heterochromia. People don't bully people for that shit, man. Like nobody cares.
It is that, and he has a girl's name.
That you bro, we had like a whole swimming anime about guys with girls' names, and like everybody loved them. Okay, like I swear that like if people are bullying him over that, like he has to live in Hitlerland or some shit. I mean, he is in Japan, but like like that's not a big deal, bro. Like it feels like the whole manga, the whole story is just not a big deal. Like just a bunch of shit that just doesn't fucking matter. It's like, bro, like, man, I can't believe that got an anime adaptation. Like, of all the ones to get an anime
adaptation. It's actually like an okay adaptation too. Like, as far as
this is the one that deserved it.
I guess. I'm not like, I don't read a lot of manga, so I'm not caught up on like what delinquent manga there are out there. Is there like a really good one that's like being published right now?
It's being published. I mean, dude, it's weird because like a lot of the ones that are being published right now are just Crow's spin-offs because like it was so popular that like it's still like getting spin-offs to this day.
Windbreaker is a Crow's spin-off. It feels like it's the same like school thing. I
mean, there's a lot. That's like a lot of delay.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one about Hosen, which is like a Crow spinoff, like about Hosen. The art is just really weird, but I remember laughing at it. As far as the ones that are running right now, like I struggle to think of a good one that's running right now. I feel like because delinquents are not really on the mind for Japanese people. Like it's a sort of like
you would think it would be getting more of a resurgence. Like I saw something that was like some younger kid that was like kind of lamenting how they feel like they didn't get to have the quote unquote like wild child phase or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they were like, yeah, I remember my mom would tell me about like how she would skip class and go to Mexico to go to a bar when she was in high school. Meanwhile, and then thinking the post, they're like, meanwhile, when it was senior skip day at my school, they punished anyone that tried to skip by failing them because they put a test that was like 50% of their grade on that day. And if you missed it, there was no makeups. And so we couldn't do senior skip day. And my highlight of senior skip day was going to a bowling alley after school. And it's like, what the fuck? Like,
I mean, can't you just like coordinate to like have senior skip day like the day before that or something? Like, there's got to be. Well, I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, like, dude, like a lot of the impulses have changed. Like, people aren't as bored as they used to be. They're more anxious. They're more overstimulated. But then also, like aside from that, like, there's not as much for kids to do. Like,
the third spaces and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, I lived in a walkable city for some time as a kid, and the difference between there and like coming to America, it's like, it's really like night and day. Like living in America specifically feels very isolating. I can't really speak to Japan. Japan seems to be very accessible for people who don't have cars. Like, it seems to be like pretty easy to get around over there. But at the same time, like, you know, like nothing beats like having all your friends within walking distance of you. Like, you can really just do whatever you want. You know, like senior year, me and my friends were skipping all the time. Like, we did not care. But like, I mean, at the same time, like the school that I went to was a lot more lenient about your attendance, especially when you were a senior. Like by that point, you're already accepted. So like to whatever college you're going to. So long as you keep your grades up, like they didn't really care. So them being hands off made us feel more like less rebellious. Like the more the more I feel like the authorities like trust you, like there's not really like, what are you going to rebel against? You know, like it kind of, they kind of killed our rebellious spirit by just giving us too much freedom. And so we just like, we kind of, you know, we were kind of the same way. Like I was more adventurous in middle school than high school. Like high school adventure for me was like, you know, getting buffalo wings, you know, like I don't really, and like now an adventure for me is, you know, staying at home and watching a 5 out of 10 anime. So
my adventure is walking to the fridge, just like a whole safari.
Yeah. I mean, I do want to like, I get this impulse to like want, you know, like to wish that you had a more adventurous past, but like I get the impulse to like want a youth that you never had. But I mean, like we can have a better future. We can do shit, you know. Like I'm learning Japanese right now. Like all the jokes about like not knowing how to read Japanese, I'm fixing it, bro. Like I'm legit, you know. Like I got the battery pack in, bro. I'm locked in, man. Like I this many years of enjoying and loving art from this this country, and I'm just like, and this whole time I didn't learn the language is like embarrassing. So like I just want to like because like bro, back in the day, people who loved French New Wave cinema would like just learn French so that they could read like the essays of Francois Truffaut or some shit. I'm just like bro, like do I love anime less than these guys love French New Wave? Like I wanna, you know, I wanna like see what it's all. You know, I want to interact with the culture like on a deeper level. I want to get the stuff that I'm missing, you know, and so like I feel like we can always like make the future better. Like a lot of like what I loved about Delinquent manga is they let me live of a past like vicariously, but I've kind of gotten like disillusioned with that. Like as much as I like think it's important to have that imagination and that playfulness, like when we always got to look to the future, like think about like what can we do to make our future better than like, you know, what we wish our past was. Cause like we can do that, man. We can really like lock in and do some crazy shit, man. Like,
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of what it is just FOMO.
yeah.
Like people who are like, oh, I did this crazy thing when I was a kid and I got away with it kind of thing. And it's like, man, I didn't do anything crazy. Now I can't get away with anything because I'm an adult.
Yeah.
Like that's basically where it just kind of comes from, which I think it is partly on like adults to kind of I don't want to say enable, but like facilitate their kids to be able to explore to their kind of like fullest extent or whatever as a kid, so they don't feel that way necessarily, or like mitigate, because like you're always gonna have aspects where you're like, I wish I did that or whatever. But
yeah, I mean, it's easy to romanticize it, but like, I mean, bro, like that bosozoku shit was really deadly. Like they really had to crack down on that shit because it was super dangerous. Like even if the traffic accidents didn't happen, like the rape is enough. Like the rape is just already like, why is there a culture of guys just raping girls? It's like we look at the fun stuff of like, oh, look at there's like a fight scene between this Yankee and that Yankee and whatever. And it's like that's fun. But, you know, that's why I had a whole section in my video talking about like, yo, like these guys raped, like not all of them, but like rape was a part of culture over there. Like when Iki Sato, because he's like the Kamikaze Biker book is a very academic book. And it talks about things very objectively. Sato rarely ever talks about his emotional response. Sometimes he will say like, I was impressed by this. And I'm interpreting his words very charitably because at one point he says that he was impressed by how nonchalantly these bosozoku were talking about participating in gang rape as if it was just like nothing to them. Like these guys were so far gone to that point. I mean, that's really, really, that's really, really bad. And, you know, like he talks about like how these guys would talk about it. And it's like a very nonchalant thing. And, you know, nonchalant or not, like it's obviously bad, but like the fact, like letting kids just do whatever they want. You know,
fact that it's so normalized that you don't even like think twice about the fact that you're describing a group of people stripping someone of their bodily autonomy is kind of crazy.
It is crazy, man, and it's something that like I it is tough to reconcile. Where like I love, you know, the manga that I love, but like you know. But like Bebop High School has like a much different connotation now when I read that chapter about them like kidnapping like those 3 middle schoolers and grabbing them away till they can touch their boobs and shit. I'm just like, dude, bro, like this is too real, man. Like, I don't know. Like, and like, you know, I think kids should be given the opportunity to have like these adventures, but like, you know, there has to be the culture in place first to like prevent them from at least becoming rapists. Like at the very least, like we have to have like some type of way to like prevent rape culture from manifesting before we.
I think we can all agree. Don't rape.
I think we can all agree the world could use a little less rape. You know?
Burn 10 acres, like set fires, or like, bust the windows out of a bus, but maybe don't rape that girl.
I don't know. I feel like you guys might be getting a little bit too woke right now.